Yo,
Yeah, it was good.
what's up, bro?
So it's been a minute.
Yes, 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 it has. Yes, it has.
How you been?
Good, good. Just not playing Valorant for the last couple months because it's boring. But
Yeah.
that's that. Okay, we'll get right into it. So go ahead and share your screen. We're gonna
Okay.
briefly talk before we go. Um,
hmm
Also, the session won't be as extensive as like a paid session.
Yeah.
So we'll most likely just play one game, and then I'll most likely just break down what we need to work on, stuff like that, weaknesses. Yep. So let's get started. So 1 second. So
Do you want me to queue or?
no, no, no. We're gonna talk for 10 minutes or so,
Oh,
15
okay.
minutes. So the first thing, obviously you've had a session with me before, but
Yeah.
just for the VOD and the stream, just let me know what is your current rank, peak rank.
Currently I'm Immortal 2.
Okay, Immortal 2. Okay, peak rank,
Peak rank Immortal 3.
Immortal 3, and then we'll rate your roles as well. What roles are you playing? Agents.
Right now I'm just playing like Senti, mostly KJ,
Okay.
and backup like Cypher Chamber, but yeah. My comfort pick's KJ. And like couple maps I'll go Clove as well.
Oops, Sentinel. Okay, that's that. All right, cool. So, talk to me. How are how are your games? What's the progress? Things you're kind of struggling with. Anything like that?
My game's been going good, kinda. I'm really inconsistent still, like
Okay.
yeah, I don't know. I think I'm nervous to take fights sometimes. Like I don't know how to
And why
position
why
properly
why
sometimes.
do you think that is? It's really important, especially in your elo, that you know. Like you shouldn't have a feeling of like
Yeah,
I don't know what's going on. You need to know at this level. Okay, if you're a
yeah,
plat diamond, okay, different story. Those guys are noobs. They're not gonna know. You're a good player.
mm,
You need to know. Okay, so try to lay it
yeah.
all down. Why are you having, you know, problems with taking fights, stuff like, or whatever you said?
I think it's just decision making.
Yep.
Especially because Senti, you also like on defense, if you die first and like the whole team like just yeah, I don't know, just talk shit. So just dying first on Senti, not being
Okay.
able to hold your sights,
Okay.
stuff like that.
Why are you dying first on Senti? First of all.
Mm. I mean, if they just five-man rush me, it's kind of like hard to hold a sight.
C-
Um,
Can you give it up and play
so
retake?
yeah, I could give it up, play retake. But usually I just stay on site and try to get one or two,
Right. So,
and then
you know,
die.
off the rip, that's a problem, right? Like
Yeah.
you need to be able to be like, I need a dip. I will die 90% if I stay here with whatever
Mm.
scenario it is, right? So, you know, that's probably the first problem if you are feeling like, you're getting yelled at for dying first all the time. You're a sentinel. You got to learn how to give it up, right? And
Yeah.
the two defensive concepts I like to teach my students, there's not many defensive concepts, but one is anchoring, or yeah, like fighting for the site. Okay, like you do, stay on the site solo or multiple people, and then there's retaking. Anchoring is more of a defensive concept, yes, but it leans more towards a sentinel controller player, right? Because their job is really to sit AFK, hold the site, right? So
Yeah.
these are the things you gotta have to start thinking about, right? Just how I break it down with you and ask you, well, if you feel that way, put it on the table. We'll break it down. You need to be able to break those things down, those small details for you specifically. I wouldn't really talk about this stuff with lower rank guys. They're not going to understand the high details of Mortal 3 players understand, that we understand, right?
Yeah.
So that's that. And also, did you watch the interview I did with Daniel, the tier 2 former pro player?
I tapped in for a bit. Yeah, I watched a bit, yeah,
All
but
right.
not the full thing.
So I would definitely recommend you watch the whole
Mhm.
thing because at the
Yeah.
end is where all the juicy information comes from in there. And a player like yourself and me, That's what we need. We don't need more how to shoot and be more, fundamentally solid and mechanically game sense. It's all about decision making. That's what he says.
Yeah.
He says the difference from you being a pro or a tier 2 or tier 2 to a mortal 3 or a mortal 3 to a mortal 1 or a mortal 1 to ascendant, he says it all relies in decision making. It needs to be
Yeah.
faster. It needs to be processed quicker. You need to understand what is the scenario at hand, right? So definitely recommend you
That,
watch that. Yep, you're gonna
yeah,
say
that's
something?
what I struggle with. Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
I struggle with the most is decision making for sure.
yeah. Because think about it this way: players in your elo are doing that. They're thinking
Mm.
twice as faster than you, or maybe even it's not
Yeah.
twice as fast. It's just 1.3x. But that makes the difference from him being a better player than you, right? So
Mm.
these are the stuff you're gonna have to start thinking about, especially if you want to be like, separating yourself consistently. Not one, not 2 out of 10 games, 3 out of 10 games. Every game you're at the top three player in the scoreboard. Okay, and
Yeah.
or you're having impact plays all the time. Does that make sense? So
Yeah.
that moving forward, obviously I won't be there for you, but when you play, you need to break these things down by yourself. It's really important. That's what's gonna separate you. I've said this to so many students, where it's the finer details that's gonna separate you to being a really, really, really respectable good player, or just an average, same old Joe like everybody else, and you're just like lost, not knowing what to do, right? So there's a lot of accountability there involved, and I know a lot of people are kind of shy away from that. It's hard for them, right? It's easy and comfortable to be like, I don't know what the fuck happened. I don't whatever, and not think about it. It's super easy. I catch myself doing that too. But if
Yeah.
you have a mindset of improving and wanting to hit your goals or getting higher and higher and climbing, that is like the number one trait you need as a not even a player, as a person, to start heading to the higher echelons, which is Radiant Plus, right? So, and that's that. Okay, so the next thing is, let's redefine your goals, okay? Because
Yeah.
obviously, you probably remember in the first session I asked you, what is it you want? What are your goals? Right? And it's actually been a while, so I don't remember actually. And you only had one
Mm.
session, but
Yeah.
talk to me about that. So let's go through it. Okay? What are your
Yeah.
long-term goals?
So it's been the same since day one. Like I still want to
Okay?
go pro. Like I still have that like the fire in me to keep grinding. That's why I'm like
Right.
playing every day. Like I still have that aspirations. I still want
Yep.
to go pro, but
Yep.
yeah, it's just I want to hit like try to hit Radiant before like I can actually like try looking for a team. That's why I've been grinding a lot of ranked.
Sure. And that's
So
fine. But you know that quote, they say, don't work harder, work smarter, right?
yeah.
You need to start implementing that mindset because I know how much you play. You play a fuck ton. But let me ask you a question. How much have you improved by playing that much at this elo? At this elo?
I want to say like a whole lot.
Not much. In
Yeah, to be
in
honest,
terms
not
of
much.
on paper, right? Like rank, RR,
Yeah,
you winning,
yeah, yeah.
you always MVPing, right? So,
Mm,
you know, you kind of have to adjust your strategy in improving. It's not just about playing. That's more for the lower elo, mid elo guys. They need to put a lot of time in to gain the experience that got you to your level now, right? At this level, bro, it's a whole nother beast. You need to
mm.
really, really start focusing on the ins and outs, but your strategy most importantly. Don't just play 15 games a day. Okay, do other things. And I'll ask you, and I'll break it down with you. How much time do you spend in the range a day?
Probably like 5 minutes,
Not enough.
and then I
Off the
just
rip,
DM.
I won't lie to you. That's not enough. Okay, how much aim
Yeah,
training are you doing a day? Be honest.
I wasn't. I wasn't being consistent. Just got back
Whatever.
into it, but
Sure.
yeah,
Just tell me
no,
though, like generally, how much do you spend a day? If it's nothing, it's nothing. Just be honest. That's how we
probably.
step forward.
Well, the last 2 days was like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, but usually I
Prior
never
to
did
that,
aim
prior to
training.
you coming back, for let's say the
No,
last 3 months,
not much.
right?
Not at all,
and
really.
and let's take some accountability. And you know me, bro. I'm not saying this to bash on you. I'm saying this
Yeah.
for you, so you can hit your goal. Because what you want is not a small thing, bro. You want to be pro. Do you think those pros spent 5 minutes in the range?
Probably
They
not.
they only aim train 3 days out of the last 3 months and put 5 minutes, 15 minutes in a total.
Yeah, nah.
No, bro. No, and this is why I'm really telling you, and you need to. This should be homework because
Mm,
because of the rank you are. If you're a fucking diamond, I'd never force you to. But you're a Mortal 2, a Mortal 3 player. Go
yeah.
watch the interview from to the end. Daniel also talks about this. How you need to ask yourself every day, is it enough? And if I were to ask you that question, what you're doing, is it enough? What would you say? Be honest with yourself.
No,
No, I
100%
know
no.
that, right? And so that should get you riled up,
Yeah.
right? If you know you're
Hmm.
not doing enough or exceeding the limits, I'm gonna be really honest. You're never gonna make it.
Yeah.
You gotta be that hard on yourself. He was stuck in a Mortal 3 400 RR. I interviewed him and I asked him. He was stuck for 5 episodes there. And he VOD reviewed every day, aim trained every day, and he was still stuck there. And he kept asking himself, is it enough? He would DM 8 to 10 times a day, and he said, "Oh, I would DM 8 times, 10 times, and then I would ask myself, is it enough?" And he said, like in his mind, he would be like, "No, it's not." So then he started DMing 20 times a day. It's in the VOD. You can
That's
hear from
crazy.
his words. Yeah, that's what it
Wow.
takes. And he's still a tier 2 player, right?
Yeah.
And I've told you
Mm-hmm.
this. Long time ago. I'm not sure if you remember. I've told a
Hmm.
lot of students this. They never believe me when I say this. Okay, it only gets harder. So we need to prepare ourselves for that circumstances when you are playing against the world's best and you do not lose your opportunities. That's what luck
Yeah.
is. When preparation meets opportunity, you need to be prepared or you'll never get picked up. They're gonna pick somebody else up that really, really works and, really polishes his game versus you, which just plays,
Mm.
right? So,
Yeah.
and you know me, bro. I'm not bashing on you. I'm just being as
Yeah. Yeah.
brutally honest as I can with you so that way
Mm.
there's a little bit of fire in you to kind of move towards your goal, right?
Yeah. No, I needed that. Yeah, I need
And,
that for
and, and
sure.
that's what you have to think about. It's not motivation. What I'm saying is you need to be
Mhm.
consistent, disciplined, doing things when you don't want to do it, and all the time, not just picking and
Mhm.
choosing how you feel. Okay, we can use traditional sports as an example, or Valorant, or any esports game. That's why those guys are the best in their game, in their sport, because they're disciplined. They do it when they don't feel like it. They're tired as fuck. They worked out yesterday. They're sore as fuck, but they go do it because that's the edge. That's where you become a champion or an average Joe loser. Okay, and I don't want that for you. You told
Yeah.
me a very specific goal, pro. It's time to dig deep if you really want it. If you don't, you might as well
Mhm.
just play for fun and hang that dream up. But like you said, there's a fire within you, right? I felt that too. I know that feeling. I'm super competitive. I always want to be the best when I do something. So,
Yeah.
if you feel the same, gotta take action, okay? Um, and the thing is, I feel like you can. Like I'm
Mhm.
not even saying that. Anybody can. That's the thing. I saw a clip today where Sinatra and I think it was Dapper or whoever they talked. Sinatra was like anyone can go pro. It's just
Yeah.
all about networking and being ready for those moments when that team gives you a shot or this, right? So um, you really gotta start focusing on this mental aspect of your strategy of improvement, how you're gonna do it, progressive overload. It's got to go more and more and more and more. Okay, because that's what it takes. Especially now, the game is not like it used to be when we used to play in episode 4, 5, 6. We'd run around,
Yeah.
shoot people in the head. End of story.
Mhm.
Even the pros and pro matches, it was the same thing. Now, this game, the skill ceiling is raising really high. People are getting super fucking good. There's kids that are new kids that are coming, so they're mechanically fresh because they're young, right? And
Yeah.
you're not young. There's not much time, right? How old
Hmm.
are you?
24.
24. Okay.
Yeah.
Age-wise, you're long gone. But still, I
Hmm.
don't think that's not possible. Anything is possible as long as you put in the work. So that's something I'd like you to think about. Okay. Um, and that's that. So, yeah. So that's that. So let's get right into it. Let's go ahead and play a game. I'll be writing notes down, and then we'll talk about it after the game in terms of um, not really like mechanical stuff. I already know you have pretty good aim, so we're gonna be more focusing on like finer detail stuff,
Match found.
See, my aim's
conceptual.
getting better. Yeah, I wouldn't
Sure,
say it's like the best aim, but like I
sure.
remember, like in the first coaching session, I was like shooting bodies and stuff. So,
Right, right. Yeah,
but it's getting better,
yeah.
so that's good.
But also think about it this way. If you put in that work for this, imagine if you, after that first session, you just aim trained every day, and then it became twice a day, and you're putting in fucking 2 hours a day in aim training. At this point, you'd be like radiant already, right? You're wasting
Hmm.
time. Okay, so you gotta really start thinking about this. I'll leave it at that, but it's really important because of your goal. It always comes back to your goal. Okay, you gotta wake up in the morning every day and it's like, what's my goal? What do I want? This is what I want. I'm gonna put my actions towards that goal, or you're not gonna get it. You know that. You know
Yeah.
that deep down. Anybody does. Okay, everybody
The
knows
cold
that
air
feeling when
feels
they're not putting in
wonderful.
enough work. I've been there. So that is that. Is it
Yeah.
good if I hit gold 2 in just 6 months, or is it too much? It depends where you started,
They haven't
but I think that's a
initiated.
little slow or
Oh my god,
slower
this is a
side.
fucking remake, bro. I'm gonna rip.
I think in 6 months someone should be like ascendant or diamond,
Had like
even if
4
they're
times
new
this
to the
time.
game,
Like,
as long as
got
you
stuck
kind
like
of
3 times this time.
Placing sentry.
focus on the right stuff, learn the right stuff, aim train every day. You could probably even get to Immortal within 6 months, Immortal 3, if you put enough
Let's try
time.
it.
So you always gotta ask yourself, am I doing enough? That's the key.
Fuck recon instantly. Oh my fucking god, alright, go.
Placing alarm bot.
Blank. 80 omen.
One enemy remaining.
Yep.
Nice.
Nothing really there in that round. Pretty well played. So you could also, we could also make a case for you to start
Wait,
not lurking up mid, but
finally, a change.
controlling mid. Like you could sit mid, right? Let them go up A. They don't necessarily need you in this elo, because
Yeah.
if you also kind of do that, you can set yourself up more where you can add a ton of pressure in the back lines, right? When you lurk up, find the timing, hear, gather information. They're all rotating A, and then they get stalled in A main, stuff like that.
Reloading. Enemy spotted. A.
Spike down A.
Placing alarm bot. I got
One enemy remaining.
enemy spotted. A.
Nice.
Good. You could also throw mollies to section off sites, right? Like it doesn't always need to be a post-plant utility, right? I see good killjoys. When they're entering, the team's entering, the duelist is entering, he'll throw a molly backside, one on screens, you know? So it stalls them from fighting for the
Is
site.
that right, you?
That's all.
I like this round.
What the hell?
Turret out.
What the hell?
Sorry, how many what the hell is too many? Like, when do you call it? Like, if I were to go
Bot
to
coming back.
what do you put the X?
Placing sentry.
7.
Invincible kill.
Okay, come back maybe.
You need to go up to kitchen here.
Go B.
On it. I'm coming, dear. Dearest.
Oh,
Nice.
One more. One more. One more.
So you see how that we kind of already adjusted quickly. Like I told you,
Yeah.
you know, sit mid, lurk, right? And it kind of like worked out. Where what happened? The Viper literally ran down tube
Yeah.
with the
Knife
Last
out.
player
Yeah, knife out.
standing. Spike down B.
Lost
One enemy
snowman.
remaining.
Okay,
Let's see.
so I think
Take a
the
round.
problem there is that you came out too wide spawn, the stairs, like where you
Yeah.
came out. You don't need to push that. As soon,
Mhm.
especially when you came out and there was nothing there immediately, and then you came wider, then the omen peaked, right? So
Yeah.
you could just control, or you run down kitchen towards B and you hop down, go into snowman. That's what I do a lot into CLO, and then they're
Okay.
rotating B and you kill them in spawn, snowman side.
That shit got respawn.
placing sentry. Enemy spotted A.
Placing swarm grenade. Enemy down.
Alarm bot out.
Reloading.
Placing swarm grenade. Swarm grenade out. Reset.
Exit.
Gonna boob up.
Take sight. Take sight.
Good. Okay, we don't need to overpeak. Screens are after. Nice try.
Backside. Backside.
One enemy
Oh my
remaining.
god, he almost died. Off.
A.
Off.
So, good round. Communication was nice there. You know, it was 5v4 or 5v3, and your left side's maze, and then you're like, guys, take it. Obviously, you're not running in first, right? So,
Mhm.
that's good. I like that. I
Cause I
want.
saw them like they're all like hovering here and
They're
like
all
they got all of
they're all
this.
hesitating. That's good awareness and management because you're looking at the minimap. Guys, get the fuck in, right? They need to go. We killed two, so that's good. You're
Yeah.
pushing them forward.
And somewhere else.
I want those type of comms all the time. You being the leader like that, telling them what to do. You're gonna win games like that. Okay?
Get out of my way.
What's Valorant at?
Careful.
One's mid. I'm coming back to you guys.
Yeah, we have
Nice
side.
side.
B player, mid player.
Can you wall?
Take the orb. Take the orb.
Alarm bot out.
What's
Too
that?
late. Too late now.
Placing swarm grenade. Placing swarm grenade.
One enemy remaining.
Nice. Okay. Good. Yeah, I think that how you play this round was pretty good.
Calling my bot.
One thing is though, when you know how you're mid staring under tube for a while, like look left just in case, right? Because it was open, like you could have just got shot on the side. Don't know. So just be a little bit more twitchy there, going back and forth, mid and B mid. Also, take the orb. We'll break this down at the end of the game. Okay? Should be farming orbs on Killjoy in it. Any big
Especially on
hole.
KJ, yeah.
And also,
AJ Viper.
if you didn't throw the molly, you still had time. Usually halfway plant, you can still collect the orb. That's
Oh
usually
really? Okay, okay.
like a little less than half when it's going down.
Enemy spotted A. Placing alarm bot.
Reloading.
Wait, I don't think we got here.
Recalling my bot.
We can even call a rehit if it's too obvious.
Could it
of
be
a
up
rotation.
mid? Wait, play slow. We don't have to go B.
Tell them to come back, maybe.
Can we come back, eh?
Oh my god.
Viper? Come back.
80 on Omen.
Start lurking up,
40 on
clearing all your corners.
Pretty sure Jett was A as well.
I'm gonna wall up, KJ.
Big site, we have it.
Go clear.
Good flank.
I think it's all 3 CT.
Hold a little wider.
Heaven.
Last player
Nice
standing.
try.
Jet.
So, what did we have at our
Fuck.
disposal in that 2v3?
One enemy
Where'd you
remaining.
tell?
Right. Put your alarm bot there. Put it rafters. Put it anywhere.
Yeah.
Right? You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I just got caught up in the moment.
Right, right.
But I gotta be more, yeah, like you
But-
said, I gotta be more
Like,
aware.
as soon as that wall went, he's like, Killjoy, putting the wall up for you. You're like, great. You looked right because you knew the wall was
Oh
left.
my god. Yeah.
Okay, all good. And then you looked right, and then you were like, you cleared that little area on the rafters. You're like, it's clear, size clear. Nobody was gen, right? And then you started pushing the smoke to go back screens. That's where I would have automatically put that alarm bot down. Okay, even maybe a molly, right? Because
Yeah.
you're not in a position to
Yeah.
make a post plant play on them with mollies, right? You're more in an aggressive area, aggressive play where you're trying to kill multiple. So you need to slow them down sometimes, right? They're gonna be flooding out. So, and especially because it's 2v3, 3v2 for them. They have a man up. They're gonna just run out. 2v2 a little
Yeah.
different. All good though.
I can ult the KJ out if you guys want to take A. Let me ult.
You should run.
Oh, counter ult.
Bring all their ults.
Can you break that?
He didn't break it. What?
Then.
Okay, so we can rotate here. Look at Reyna. Look at Reyna. Just leave.
Yeah. Wait, look at Arena. You can go B.
And you just re-clear mid. On the way back. That's it.
Could be mid. Speed up, let's go B.
I just start running. I just knife out and
Watch
run.
out mid, Silva.
So, yeah. Just plant the bomb, put your mollies down. You know the whole shebang.
Spikes down. Placing swarm grenade. Placing swarm
I'm gonna hold our
grenade.
flank.
Yeah, bro. Genius.
Yeah, my team's dying.
It's fine, it's fine. It's winnable. Yeah, stay there.
Last player standing.
Nice try. Nice try, nice
I
try.
guess me. Fuck.
I
I
think
don't think that.
when the Reyna flash comes out, going backwards was like you took a step back and then you moved back
Yeah.
forward. I think you could have just stayed, or you go past the flash, like he flashes and you just go right, because then he's gonna come that your left, right? So you like reposition a little bit. So it's like little micro stuff. All good though. It's not really your fault, I think. You could play super safe and play mega off, but I don't think there's enough time. Like you didn't burn enough time, right? Like they're coming out really quick, so that's fine.
Turret out.
But good call to leave, right?
Yeah, I hesitated
Yep.
a little bit.
Yep. Could have been quicker, but it's fine.
Mhm.
Oh,
One more
the
mid.
timing was a little bit.
Yeah. Just two mid. Should be one on site.
I think maybe you could we could make a case that you could have just stayed in that corner, because
Last player standing.
you stepped left wide enough where the tube guy could see you, right?
Yeah, I wasn't expecting to there, but
Yeah, yeah.
should have expected.
No, I
Sure.
don't think you should expect to, but you could have been more patient, is what I'm saying, in the corner.
Y'all,
You can
Hmm.
trust my bot. I only malfunctioned that one time, and
It's gonna be.
All good,
honestly, she
all
won't
good.
miss that finger. Turret out.
So, what's their setup? Do you know? I'll kind of briefly ask you. Have you been tracking?
Our setup, we're just like four manning.
No,
and
their
sometimes
theirs
our
their
team.
their
Oh, their
defensive
setup.
setup. Yep.
It's like two A, one mid, usually two B.
Okay, it's like
I'm
Killjoy
sure that's what it
B,
is.
Viper's
Out
mid,
of my way.
and it's like
Yeah.
Jet Omen A side.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, Reyna plays mid as well. Now they switch it up a bit.
Yeah, Lana.
Placing alarm bot.
Might need a cancel. There's like a liar.
Found them. Killed
Can we cancel? There's like three or like cut noise.
Spike
time.
down B.
I got the spike.
Still three. I think we got it.
So 3.
Bot coming back.
I mean, could go.
30 seconds left. Last
He's
player
up.
standing.
Yeah, he died from A.
Spike down. Attacker spawn.
So, what is their rotational speed? Very simple.
Don't die. If you need help figuring out
How fast are they rotating?
When they don't see us, they just scale up.
Sure, but when you guys take contact, what do? They fucking book it there, right?
Yeah.
So they start leaning, maybe not stacking at a 5, but they start leaning 3, 4, and then that site player on the opposite side gets information that you guys are many heavy B main, and he starts walking up A like the Jet did and controls space. Then they have information, they know where you are, they know what you guys can do.
Try to get big command. Try it.
Not sure. Just eco anyways.
Last player standing.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. What are you guys doing as a team these last 10 rounds? What's the main concept you guys are using?
But we're like 5 stacking.
Yeah, you guys are 4 or
Is it a
5 stacking, starting somewhere, and then you guys rotate mid-round. Set up a fake. Default heavy, right? Rehit.
Can we fake A, go B?
Give me Sofa drone. You guys, you two walk up A.
Yeah, like this type of plan. This is a good plan by the Viper.
Marina, go A. Walk up A. Give me driver.
Walk up A, okay. They like to walk up mid, watch out.
Nice.
Good.
Start booking it there.
Recalling my bot.
Chill. Good. Start taking it.
Let's go,
Tell
let's
them.
go.
Go.
Cutting their vision.
Enemy spotted.
One
B.
enemy
Spine,
remaining.
spine.
Mid last.
Spikes down. My alarm bot out.
Revealing area.
One shot.
Placing swarm grenade.
Okay, good. So you know how you guys are taking A, and
Yeah.
Jet was backside, saw the Jet, and then he started
Last
struggling on the
round
fight.
in the half.
I noticed your tendency there was to go help him, right? But Reyna's
Yeah.
there with him, so let them handle it until they both die or whatever. But your main goal should be getting the bomb down as quick as possible there on a free site, right?
Okay.
So that way we burn time faster.
Turret out.
We don't you know,
Even at the last.
give them more time.
Hmm.
So
I'm gonna cage out the shrine.
Survive.
Let's take A with cage out.
Nice.
Deploying drone.
Blocking sight. Oh,
Oh, I knew it. I
sure.
knew it was
Spike
there.
down
all
A.
good. They got your shirt.
Getting
Tell them.
fed.
Tell
Good
them.
flank. Bombs down.
Yeah.
Cutting their vision.
On screens.
So even when you're
Wipe,
dead,
Viper, hold your flank.
you can tell them, you know, like, guys, you need to get the bomb, right? Go
Yeah.
in. I think, and this is a very common thing a lot of players do. Once they die, they feel like they can't talk.
Hmm.
Because culturally in Valorant, you're not supposed to. Or people get upset, right? They're like, "You're dead. Why are you talking?" Right? I'm sure you heard that a lot. I've heard that a lot. But
Yeah,
if you're feeding important information, like, guys, you guys forgot the bomb. They need it. You know, it makes sense. Or, yo, he's right behind you. You're not gonna not tell the guy that didn't see the guy behind him, right? So just keep that in mind.
Out.
got you.
Alarm bot out.
Call for wall on A Troy because they're dead on their phones, I guess.
Got you.
It's coming.
Let us hunt.
I don't hear B.
B.
Outside A.
Someone's in attacker spawn.
Lurker on that. So.
Still lurker. Start leading B.
Yeah.
He's alone. They're gonna be all B main here.
Out.
Hear B.
Found them. Killed my bot. Here.
I'm gonna come in D.
No. Pushing a B. Oh, top side. Repeat. Dead.
One enemy
Yellow.
remaining.
Nice.
Nice.
I think the way you fought that was bad. I'm gonna be honest. Like, you know they're there, right? Look at the minimap. Jet, Reyna flanking. They cleared the A main and mid. Where are they? The rule of thirds I taught you. They're B main,
Yeah.
right? And if you know that, all we have to do is be patient. You're ego peeking. I don't know why, right? And that's what,
Because I see my team like peeking on the side, so I thought we were just fighting it in general.
right.
I
But
shouldn't
is
have
it
done that, I
important
guess.
to have you up for your mollies?
No.
I think it's pretty important to have you up, right? You're the
Or
center.
up, yeah. Or
So,
up, yeah.
so, and not only that, they're not like up trying to take the site. They're in B main, not even yellow yet. You know what I'm saying? So, there's no
Yeah.
need. There's no need to take those risks there or peak like that. Just be more patient. That's all.
Probably towards A or outside B.
Alarm bot
One's
out.
outside B.
Careful.
Mom is in this one.
Bomb
Keep it.
grenade out. Here.
Nest.
Here.
Stuck nest. He's stuck nest. Keep it.
You gotta kill the killjoy.
Spike's here.
One enemy
I'll
remaining.
leave this in.
It's kitchen.
I
I'm
think it's
pretty sure.
kitchen. Or like nest.
They have spike. It's fine.
Maybe kitchen. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure he's
Kitchen.
kitchen. No, he's kitchen. This smoke indicates he's kitchen.
They're all dead? I have more tests.
Right?
to
Like,
run.
why would he put that smoke there?
Can't be mad at
Right? He knows you're on B site, cause what? Why? Super simple, super easy. Why does he know you're on the site,
Either, you know?
Salim?
Yeah,
As I set up B.
No, cause you killed the killjoy. Right?
Placing
What is the
Oh,
killjoy gonna tell the omen when you kill him? Yo, killjoy's on site, back
On
site.
site, yeah.
Right, and so
Yeah.
that's why he's putting that smoke there, cause he's scared that you're gonna peek and kill him, because he saw you right here where you landed, killing him, right?
Placing
So
alarm bot.
you gotta think about these things a little, like the small
Placing
details of
swarm
why did he put this here? Why does this? All right, like you gotta make it make sense logically.
Or mid.
Some B.
Careful. Bomb grenade out.
They're on site.
Here we
Ready?
go backside. We
Yeah.
go backside here. Okay, don't peek. Wait for your team control.
Could be danger. Oh, they,
They're not
Yellow.
planting because the molly's there.
One going down soon. Here. One going down.
front site.
No more.
Push that smoke.
Yellow.
Perfect
Nice.
accuracy.
So be careful of the walk up here, okay?
Yep.
They're very likely gonna walk up.
One enemy remaining.
Look.
Spike down.
How did I know? How did I know? Right?
Thinking clearly.
Yeah.
Bro,
For the
it's
best.
because I've seen these scenarios so much. When they're playing it like that, I just know once you kill that killjoy, and all noise, all contact on both sides was cut, right? It went quiet for 2 seconds, right? Just no brainer. I just know they're gonna walk up to try to make a play. Because they have to. It's 2v3 for them, so
Mhm.
they can't take that risk of just going default while they know 2's backside. You get one of my point there, that logic there, right? Like they're gonna die,
Mhm.
or it's gonna be really tough. Maybe not die, but really tough. So
We're
Yeah.
mid.
that's how you can look at it.
Bye. Enemy
They're more.
He can't. What the? One minute. I can't.
It's a
Can't
lick
hit my jet for shit, but
smoke.
he just one taps me.
Okay, Viper's dead.
Spike down A.
No bomb.
Bot coming back.
I'm coming to you guys.
Bot coming back.
Last player standing.
Wait, what's up? What?
He dropped from nest over the smoke.
And as soon as I peeked, I just got my
I would have went through that smoke a little quicker. Like there was like a little hesitation, but as soon as the Reyna dies, just fucking start walking out that smoke or go in that smoke at least.
Yeah.
All good though. Okay, so they've shown us 3 rounds now that they run it down, right? Haven't rotated anything. They haven't run a fake. So just store that, track that. Okay.
Okay.
You gotta kind of understand what their style of play is over a few rounds,
Mhm.
and then adjust accordingly. Okay, so they're going A. Probably gonna be one mid here. He could cross 2, by the way. So that's 4.
It's for should be one mid though.
Spike down A.
It's not. It's not.
Recalling my bot.
Spike planted. Last player standing.
like, what?
Delete.
Nice try. Nice shots.
Something that picks on you.
So this is where we can adjust, right? They know you're playing B, right? Get creative. Guys, I'll go A.
Yeah.
You guys go 2B. Viper and a Jet, and then we play Sova mid. Or I'll play mid, and we play 2-1-2. Right?
Placing sentry.
It's all
I'm gonna
about...
try
Yeah, go
I'll
ahead.
play A here. Yeah.
It's all about creativity. That's all that takes with changing setups. It's not about textbook rules. It's all about you thinking, okay, they're playing away from me. I'm gonna go into them with my setup, like predict where they're gonna go and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot involved.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, so they're starting
Yeah,
it.
something.
Shock dart. Enemy spotted A. Revealing.
So they're already maze.
Nice. Got myself there.
I think they're leaving.
Right here.
Spike down A.
Drone.
One enemy
Yep.
remaining.
Pipes. Nice. Good. Big round.
Running ahead. Reloading.
Good. So me and Viper had kind of like a same feeling that they could leave, and actually that Killjoy turret kind of sold that it seemed like they're leaving.
Placing
So,
sentry.
but they stuck around, so it's fine. It worked out.
I'm gonna set up A again. One more time.
You could even set up A here and play towards mid, because they know you're A now, right? So likely they're like, oh fuck, Killjoy switch, let's go B. So then you're like ready to rotate B. Let Silva kind of take contact on A, gather their info.
Get out of my
Get my
way.
ring watching mid. It's fine.
No, wait, just wait. Lead mid, lead. Oh, okay. Yep, just a couple. Call it.
Here.
One belt. Or there's like 3 A there. You can wall. They already smoked.
Revealing area.
Enemy down. Bomb grenade out.
So they should probably not over rotate.
They might go back here now.
Yeah, they're leaving. Up mid, up mid, up.
Oh, one's on maze.
Bro, hello?
One's on mid.
Here.
I think they're still going B.
How do you get kitchen? Probably
Well, he
orb.
he went through mid
Spike planted.
because
Yeah.
your turret went down when you went towards Jen.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Should have done a deeper turret like, towards me more.
Last player standing.
Nice try.
Hmm.
Unfortunately,
Nice try. Nice try.
Yeah, I think my turret went down. It's my
Yeah,
bad.
it did. It's fine though. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
to be so honest, I think he just went under the
Yeah, with his orb, right? Probably.
Turret out.
You could even put your turret mid. They probably don't need it on A when you have 3 there. So you put your no, like put it tube inside tube kitchen,
Is it-
and then yeah, and then like put your alarm bot here is what I meant. Sorry, not turret. Put your alarm bot here, and then put your turret on the normal boiler spot, and then like just anchor mid.
Turret
'Cause
out.
he knows there's a soft spot.
Placing swarm grenade.
Maybe. I have KJ retake.
You should run.
Spikes in attacker spawn.
There's too much re-peeking there.
Yeah.
You swing, he
Oh,
look,
go
he
for
knows
the
you're
kill.
there, you're crouching up and down like 4 times. Like at that point you
Spike
should just
down,
give up the
attacker
angle,
spawn.
let him have it, and then go reposition yourself. Run B, run A. Or come
Or
back
should I
down.
commit early or no?
Yeah,
You think?
yeah. If you want to fight him,
Yeah.
it needs to be an earlier
Player
commit on the fight.
standing.
Like you just go for it instead of swaying, crouching, up and
Yeah.
down, and then he's just
Spike
holding his
planted.
crosshair there and you die.
Yeah, I do that to throw them out, but I guess that
No,
that never works.
that will never throw them off. That timing is too quick.
Scanning
Yeah.
ahead.
If you waited 3 seconds, 2 seconds to restart, then
Mhm.
then it'll work. Cause they're not
Yeah,
how long are they gonna hold that for, right? They're not gonna hold it for
Yeah.
3 seconds. And if they do, they're gonna start getting sketched out. They have to look at other ankles. He's out in the open bottom mid, so top mid.
Yeah.
like keep a long mark in, that's so valuable.
Okay, yeah. Can you watch? Someone watch mid then. I can set up B.
Save this.
Placing sentry.
So now they're starting to run fakes, not really commit. So you gotta keep that in your mind.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, man.
Yeah, wait.
One's outside A.
Spotted A.
Yeah, they're heavy default.
Someone's in attacker spawn.
Take aggro for see.
Coming back to fight Jen.
Taking space. No, take space. Go B.
Yeah, so
Oh, I didn't take space all game.
we'll break this
It's
down.
fine.
What is because I told you I'm like, yo, they're default, right? What is default used for generally
Spike
as a
planted.
concept?
So like getting info.
Yep.
Where,
Playing for
attacking.
picks, spreading out, controlling areas on the map, right? It's really a counter to taking space. If a team is taking space a lot, which you guys are, you guys walk down quite a lot, and they've switched to that strategy, you can't walk down. You should be more patient.
Okay.
So you kind of fell into their trap. Does that make sense?
One enemy remaining.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
They should just tap here. Yep, good. Huge round. Pretty sure it's a thrifty.
Yeah. Was it?
It's
Well,
a big
sorta.
round.
Thrifty.
Yeah, it's a thrifty. You guys are all equal. It's a big
I
round.
want to
'cause-
take space,
yeah.
but the way that they're playing, it's like kind of defaulty. They're not
Yeah,
like.
but I
they always
just-
have like one lurker.
I just told you
as well.
though, if you knew they're defaulting, you shouldn't take space because they're holding, they're waiting,
Yeah.
Sentry.
right? If you identified that, you should have just played on site AFK anchored.
Mhm.
Because when I looked at the minimap, they're fighting one guy A main, one guy mid. So that automatically identifies their
Placing
defaulted.
alarm bot.
So you shouldn't. It's like bad to. You can. I'm not saying you can't, but you're gonna die a lot by walking down, taking
Yeah.
space against default. It's the one counter to.
I'm in TP.
Here.
Maybe top tube.
Here.
Keep it out. It doesn't fake it.
I I would walk back to backside on B.
Found blast down.
That's a lurker.
Bomb grenade out.
And be Erda, Jet right now.
One's B.
He's gonna go back mid here.
One Raptor.
Yeah, done.
Spike down A.
One Raptor.
Spike planted. Last player standing.
No, I knew it.
Nice try. Nice try.
Damn, bro. We're losing A every time. Fuck.
Yeah.
Stay alive.
I sold that like
I
the whole
want
time.
their life, not yours.
And we're broke. Slide by here. You can gamble stack. A since we're losing it. What?
They're just slowing down the tempo
Sentry.
because you guys are over rotating
Mhm.
and just peeking and dying. So they're just kind of defaulting, waiting around, playing for picks, and then they group up.
Revealing area.
Here.
Poison's gone.
I'm gonna play back.
If they go B, you can go pick up
Here.
that gun. If they don't, it's probably best to just play like this.
Enemy spotted
I
A.
play close. He's up.
3.
Oh my god,
I'm gonna play close with my pistol.
it's fine.
Jet's
Clear, just go
going
get
up,
the gun. One mid.
One mid.
This is where we take space with Jet. Cause look,
Alright, bombs in.
look, two mid. Look at Jet, right? So
Mhm.
One
it's fine. Just
enemy
run.
remaining.
Just run.
Yeah, he's probably behind me.
Pretty sure he's mid
Bot coming back.
or B main.
He's not still on B.
Probably B.
Ah. Yeah, he's on B.
Yeah.
Default blows my face.
You guys have spike.
I got bomb.
Sure came back up.
I think this guy wants his
Just
jet.
hold that.
Wants
Hold
his
that.
ace.
Yeah, good.
Nice.
Good. Huge round by your Jet. Good. Good
Yeah.
discipline there. Obviously, I had to help you out, but
Match point.
oh, I didn't really help you out. Actually, you were like, "Yep, I'm gonna come back and just have my classic."
Wait,
So,
yo.
I think that's actually the better option than maybe going for the gun and then there's 3 more people there, right? So, I think that was good.
I think we play towards A. They like to come A a lot. We can retake B with my Kidjo. Or A as well.
Placing swarm grenade. Placing swarm grenade.
We play,
Almost out.
we play back here. Play for my Kidjo. Lots A.
Deploying drone. Enemy mark.
It's 3.
So like 3 or 4 A. Yeah.
Bomb grenade out.
That's 4.
Could be up. They're up.
I would ult here on screens.
Enemy spotted A.
Ult. Rafters.
Last player
80.
standing. Spike planted. One enemy remaining.
Need a-
Got him,
oh,
got
he's
him,
a
got
team.
Sorry, running back.
Where is he?
Should just stick. Jail?
Oh no.
Nice.
Oh,
GG.
nice.
Well played. So,
Ooh.
that ult, right? Your
Yeah.
ult literally won us the game. But you're
Mhm.
hesitating. Like, I'm like, ult. I have to push you to do it.
Yeah.
Right, and you've held. I also believe you kind of held on your ult too long.
So my
Yeah, go
thought
ahead.
process there was I
Yeah.
seen the jet push up all the way to rafters, right? So I just wanted to help the guy.
Yeah, but there's a
How?
guy there. He's already there.
Yeah.
Like, he's not dead.
Okay.
Right? He died
Yeah.
when you swung left. Right? So,
Yeah.
as soon as you guys what happened before that, right before that, like right before the jet went onto rafters, you should have put your ult down to at least deter them to back up or commit. You get what I mean? But
Yeah.
imagine you swung and the jet killed you. You guys would have lost that round. 100%. Right? So these are things you have to kind of get better at with decision making, processing
Mhm.
information. I knew there as soon as that. Remember how we saw 3, right?
Yeah.
The Viper was down low with the Omen. Jet starts coming on belt, and then we saw a rain of flash. And I was like, that's 4, and that flash also indicates to me that they're coming in. They're choosing to go, right? So
Mhm.
that's where
Mhm.
you got to be like, okay, I need to ult here. I need to put it down before I die, Because if you died,
Mm,
you guys would have had a really hard time with that game.
man,
Okay.
I'm making too many mistakes. I can see like when I'm playing, I know like I'm hesitating too much, bro.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I think the key thing is that the processing speed, and this isn't a
Yeah.
genetics, okay? To some degree it
Mm,
is, but it's got to be quicker in your thought processes and your thinking, if that makes
mm,
sense. It's got to be
yeah.
quicker. Okay. The most elite, it's fucking quick, millisecond, faster than me. You know how fast I can calculate scenarios and what they're gonna do,
Yeah.
bro? They're like 3 times faster than me. Think about that. I'm not even that fast, and you know what I'm saying. So you kind of have to think about that a little bit. Okay.
Mm,
I don't have
I am
kills on
both
this count, so I'll
healed
just use
and
Sage.
sold.
But let me share my screen real quick.
yeah.
There's not
Yeah.
many
Yeah.
utility notes anyway, so it's more so um thought process notes, the advanced game sense stuff. So, because I think you're
So we're
you're
just gonna
yeah
do one game, right?
Know that
yeah
there's
Uh,
no
yeah
one I
okay.
maybe
would rather
yeah.
have
I
by
think we
my
have enough
side
time
than
for
you.
two. We'll just get through these notes. We'll see how long this takes though.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. No problem.
My ultimate is ready.
okay, so the first note is on attack, try to control mid more. So you started incorporating this. I know you do it too on your own. I don't know how consistent or how unpredictable it is in the sense that um, how well you're switching it up is what I mean, right? Like sometimes this round I'm gonna be mid and I'm gonna be here, and 3 rounds in a row I'll be mid, but then I'll go back to A, back with the team. Maybe I'll lurk up on the opposite side when they go up A, stuff like that. I don't know how good that is, but that is what is also required when you
Mhm.
when I mean by control mid. Like when I say control mid, doesn't mean sit here AFK every round, right? 12 rounds on attack. You gotta use the tendencies and frequencies, right? And it's very simple. Why? Because if you started mid here, and I'll ask you in a question, if you were mid here 6 rounds in a row, and the Viper saw you 6 rounds in a row, what are they gonna pick up on about you?
That you like to lurk mid,
Yeah, maybe not lurk
yeah.
up mid, but stay
But like,
mid.
yeah,
Be
staying
here
around there.
always. Okay?
Yeah.
And when they can pick up that type of information, they know what type
Hmm.
of player you are and what you like to do. And when they
Yeah.
know that information, okay, it's easy to play against you, if that makes
Mhm.
sense, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you need to be really unpredictable. Switch it up. Sometimes be with the team. In the beginning, you're five-manning with them every time. And I told you, yo, go mid sometimes. Lurk up. What happened? This guy's running out with his knife out, and you killed him. And then what happened
Yeah.
after that? You instilled some fear in him. Where was he running out down here with his knife out ever again after that round?
I started jump
No,
slotting.
right. So that you could even condition him with that by you making it
Yeah.
seem like you're mid. So then he's sitting here
Here.
AFK, and then you're with your team. Right? Does that make
Yeah.
sense?
So,
It's an
how do
advanced
you do that exactly? Like, just place like a turret, maybe? Or
to kind of sell that you're here. I mean,
yeah.
you could maybe even start here, shoot, have your turret, and then walk off, and then he'll be he won't be here starting the
Here.
round, right? He'll probably
Okay.
be
Yeah.
over here, kitchen. So then start the round, he hears 1 minute, or maybe he's even boiler, and he calls it, yo, one mid. Right, and then he's
Hmm.
fucking in his head. Oh my god, the killjoy killed me here last time. Running out with my knife. Okay, I'm gonna make sure he's not here anymore. He's gonna be vigilant. He's gonna be cautious. He's not gonna give this to you for free. Right? Would you
Yeah.
on defense? No.
No. No.
So that's how you have to look at it. Always try
Yeah.
to put yourself in their shoes, how they feel, what they know, what they've seen. Especially, maybe not in the one round, okay, in a mid round, but more so overall. You have to be able to assess this in games, with whether that's after 3 rounds, 8 rounds, 5 rounds, 20 rounds. You gotta immediately be like, boom, 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 boom. They're fast rotating guys. Killjoy is B. Okay, Viper, Reyna mid, Jet, Omen on A. Like I told you, I picked that up after 4 rounds, five
Yeah.
rounds. You didn't know. I asked you, and that's why I asked you to see if you knew. I was like, "Yo, do you know what their setup is? Are you tracking it?" And you're like,
Mm.
They're playing like two mid, two A, one B. That's not good enough, right? Yes, you know how many, but you need to know who. Does that make sense? It's really important because I'd rather know who than how many. Because then I know, okay, Viper's mid, he's gonna have Orb there with the Molly. Reyna can flash somewhere. Okay, Killjoy's on B with his utility setup there. They don't have a third mid. Oh, Omen Jet, they have a flash dash combo on A. Does that make sense? You need to start thinking about this. Because by you just going, yeah, 1B, 2 mid, 2A, what does that mean? Like, what is at their disposal? How can we play around that? What strengths do they have against us or weaknesses? Right? We can't pinpoint the finer details of areas of the map or what the solution can be or what they can do to us, etc., etc., etc. Right? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you gotta start picking it needs to be fucking immediate. Immediate. Okay, and there's some tips I can tell you, which is I like to generally pick up where they're playing first round. I'm on attack, okay? Rounds, we do whatever. Rounds over, I generally like to pick up. Oh, yo, Killjoy was B, Viper's mid, Jet Omen on B on A. Sorry, right? At least know 4 out of 5, because it's gonna be hard in the first 2-3 rounds, because they sometimes move around, sometimes they weren't seen, stuff like that, right? So it needs to be immediate. At least track 3 out of 5. So then rifle round comes around, and then you saw the 3 guys you kind of already tracked. Then where are the other 2 guys in the other spaces that they are not? Does that make sense? Right?
Yeah.
So it's like a logical deduction, like it's like a brain thing that requires a lot of memory, tracking, and storing, and being able to pull that up. For example, when your team comes out here as 5, you guys trade out. It's a 3v3, and then you're like, wait, yo, Killjoy's B, Reyna Viper's mid player. Go, free sight. Automatically knife out. Does that make sense? You can use that information later on. That's what people don't do. They're like, yeah, a 3v3. It will be a 3v3, and they don't track that information. So they're like, wait, there could be one more backside. There could be. We don't know. We don't know. But I know. People know. Because if you just track, wait, they're B players. Mid players and B players, they're going to come later. Maybe not like super late where we can get the bomb down, set up, throw utility down, and then they come. But we have time. We know. It's definitive. Right? So these are the small stuff you gotta start thinking about in terms of this part where I'm talking about, switching it up and tracking where they are and stuff. Because if you don't switch it up, what are they gonna do to you? Good players, like we just talked,
They're gonna.
they're gonna know what you're
Yeah.
doing, and when they know
Yeah.
what you're doing, they can know how to play against you or around you. Especially if you are a agent that is super like high impact with utility, right? Like on defense. They knew you're B, yes or no? After like
Yeah.
the first 3 times, and did it work when they went B? No, we shit on them.
Mm.
So they're like, yo, fuck, Killjoy's B. It's a little bit hard. Let's go A, and they kept going A,
Yeah.
and what happened? It kept working, right? And then
Yeah.
what did I tell you? Go set up A, and what
Switch it
happened?
up.
You fucking won the
Yeah.
round on A because you were there with your utility helping them out as well. You're going back
Yeah.
into them. Does that make sense? And that's why it's
Yep.
important to understand this, so that way, especially you, because you are a Sentinel player, if you're a duelist, not as important, still really important, that you need to go look for them in terms of predicting where they're going to go, reading them, having a read on them. But it's really important because you need to make that read, because you need to be the one not going into them, running it down on them, but having your setup where they're going. Does that make sense? For example, like on
Yep.
bind as Cypher, right? If they know you're on B and they just keep going A, you need to go A at some point, or they're just gonna keep running it down on A, right? Because your utility is that important, and so that's something I'd like you to think about. Okay, any questions with this? No.
Nah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. This is it seems very stupid or simple, or like some people might be like, what is this guy talking about? This is a skill that will take you quite far. If you can master it, the skill ceiling on this skill is really high. Okay, the next note is farm the orbs on attack more, especially on agents with big ults that can help change rounds. So I tried to like kind of hold myself back from telling you right away because I wanted to talk about it after the game, but I couldn't hold it back anymore after I saw you run past this orb 3 rounds in a row. Okay, especially when you didn't have ult and nobody was taking it. This is money. Okay, just how I like to say space is money, this is money. This is of value, free value. And why? I'll ask you, how do we get alt orbs in terms of how do we feed our alt? There's multiple ways.
Dying,
We
getting
went
orbs.
right. We went through this a long time ago. Dying,
Yeah.
getting orbs. What else?
Panning spike.
Planning spike. What else? There's two more,
Diffusing.
right? And what else?
What's the last? I forgot
Did
the
you say
what's the
dying?
last one? Yeah, dying. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
yeah.
So
So kills, dying, planning the bomb, defusing, and picking up
yeah, getting
orbs. So what does
yeah.
that mean? Right? We gotta break this down logically. If if we can get this from picking it up and not even getting a kill or planning or defusing or dying, what does that mean to you? Try to answer this. Very simple. What is
That you're
the
wasting.
No, no, it's not that you're wasting, but what is the value of this? Is it
Uh,
the same as getting a kill or is it not the same?
it's not the same because you're getting like an extra opportunity to get like an alt or like an
Sure.
alt, basically.
You can make the case that it is the same, and I look at it that way, that it's the same. But you can also
Hmm.
make a case that it's even greater than getting a kill because we don't have to kill anybody and it's here. We automatically know where it is, right?
Yeah,
There's
exactly.
always one on here and one on here. So we can make a case that it's even more of value than a kill because it's free. There's no work that
Mhm.
needs to be involved besides kind of protecting this guy or making sure you're not going to die when you pick it up. That's it, right? But killing is hard sometimes, especially when they're playing disciplined really good and they're good players, right? Or you're having off days, you're not going to fill your orb up, right? So that's how you have to look at these orbs on the ground. They're the same values of getting kills, planning the bomb, defusing. Obviously dying is bad, but that's just sometimes you get that value for dying because that's just how they made the game. Okay, don't blame me, but that's that. Okay, so pick
Mhm.
this up. Like automatically, you should be farming this as a clove, killjoy, fade, breach. Okay, those big ults that you need, right? Vice, right? Things to help you get on site, hold site, play post plant, pre plant, stuff like that. All right. So I know we talked about this a long time ago, so we'll leave it at that. Okay. Any questions with this?
No, I don't know. Just with my gameplay, I just make a lot of mistakes, but I need to tune that up
But
for
that's
sure.
fine.
That's what's.
I actually think that is a blessing. Those that
Mm.
make lots of mistakes, what can we do with that? It's very
You learn
simple.
from them.
We learn from them. So imagine you're at this level already and you're still making this many mistakes. Is that not of
Yeah.
value? Can you not
But like in
be
my mind, I feel like I shouldn't be making as many mistakes because
but
I'm
you
like
shouldn't
top
be focusing on
whatever.
that. It doesn't matter. That's a
Yeah.
superficial thing you're thinking about. Oh, I'm immortal, so I shouldn't be making these mistakes. If you are a
Hmm.
good player, you will not make these mistakes. If you are
Yeah.
elite, you will not make these mistakes. If you are pro in essence, not a pro player, but very similar in true skill, you will not make these mistakes. Does that make sense? So your
Yeah.
mindset should not be in terms of ego involved, even though it's not a big ego. It's a small ego. It's very small. You're like,
Hmm.
oh, I'm immortal. I shouldn't be making these mistakes. These mistakes.
Yeah.
You should be having a mindset of being like, I need to fix the mistakes. I need to
Hmm.
learn from these moments in time. Right? Does that make sense? The mindset
Yeah.
should be on improvement, not stagnant and just feeling sorry for ourselves. Does that make sense? Or, feeling
Yeah.
bad about it and getting in our head a little bit, and that makes you play even worse. And then a player calls you shit, and you had a really rough day of playing ranked, and then now you're like believing your beliefs of fuck, I'm not good enough. I'm at this level, but I'm making these mistakes. I'm a piece of shit. Right? It
Yeah.
snowballs into self doubt. Right? And then once it snowballs too big, you're gonna quit the game, like I did at one
Hmm.
point. Okay, so
Yeah.
to gain confidence, okay, is to understand our capabilities. Right now, you understand. You're making a lot of small mistakes. They're not big, huge mistakes, but they're so simple, right? They're so small. But this is what the pros think about. Small details that become consistently of value. So that way we're separating ourselves from the average Joe, right? That's how you
Hmm.
have to think. So that's that, okay? Any questions with this note? It seems
No.
very small, but it's very important because you never
Yeah.
know. I'm not saying in this game, but future reference or games later on, this orb maybe would have won you a round, that would have won you the game, and your economy's not better, or outright win you the game, the round, right? Because you got a big piece of ult like your Killjoy ult, and then you just could just ult right here, and then you guys waited it out and go in, right? So, you know, there's a little like theory crafting involved, but that's how we have to be ready for those moments in the future by fixing these mistakes now. All right, so let's move on. The next thing is always understand what type of utility he has at his disposal in any situation. So this was that round here, 2v3. Remember how we started here as a team, we left, and then I'm pretty sure this is the round you guys came back up to mid, and then you and I can't remember if it was the Rain or Viper came back. It was two of you though, you included, like two total, and then you came here, right? Remember this round?
Yeah.
When you were here, oh, it was the Viper. Now I remember, because he was like, I'm putting the wall up for you. Remember? And then you knew that. This was a good part. Most people, the guy would be like, oh, putting the wall out, and this guy would just go like this. And either die past this smoke or die because he didn't clear sight. So I love what you did here in terms of thought process. This is good. He goes, wall's going up. You're like, perfect. I don't need to look left. You look right. You cleared the site. You even cleared here to be super cautious to make sure he's not gonna die, right? So that's a duelist aspect thing that I teach. Clear the whole site. That was good. Then you came back, but you came back right here, like either here or before that. Like when you come here to clear, you should automatically be looking at your utility and being like, okay, I have this, this. Okay, I'm gonna clear this. Ghost, like you should be thinking ahead, not in the moment. Okay, I'm gonna go clear rafters. Okay, it's clear. I'm gonna go screens.
Yeah.
You need to think ahead. Okay, walls up, perfect. I need to look right, gonna clear this, and then I'm gonna go screens and put my utility down. And it just becomes automatic. Like you just become so fucking efficient. Put it down here. Put a molly here, or you know, maybe even trigger the molly quickly, or wait to here and this and that. You know what I'm saying? So
Because I had green util still. Like I had alarm bot and 2 mollies,
yeah,
and I
you had
didn't
a
use
lot,
any of it.
and that's more than half your utility, right? Because you didn't
Yeah.
have your ult, obviously, right? So that's
So,
huge. Yeah.
in that case, do I staying hell was like good, and then just put like a alarm bot there, and then play off your
I think this positioning is fine.
teams?
One thing I need to tell you though with this positioning, is it common? It's very simple.
Yeah, it is.
Do a lot of people play here in this scenario where the whole site was lost in terms of the defensive side? They lost the whole site, whether you know they gave it up to retake or they over rotated, so they had to come back and it was open, right? How often are people here? We just put ourselves in the opposite team's shoes. How many times you come
pretty
here and you
often.
clear this first thing? You look
I
rafters,
always clear that.
right? So you need to understand that at this level, you need to start putting yourself in, you know, maybe the enemy team shoes, or through past experiences on being like, okay, wait, this is super common angle. This is not a common angle. This is a really good off angle where I get lots of kills and it's never cleared, right? You need to start thinking about these things. It's very important, because that's what noobs, I'm not saying you are, I'm saying noobs, real noobs, don't think about that. They just go in the most common corner in the scenario or the area or the map or the site, and they die and they go, what the fuck, why did I die? Bruh, you're sitting in a corner where they first clear, the first corner they're gonna clear, first angle they're gonna clear. Does that make sense? So that's what I was just gonna say with this angle. It's good spot if you make it into an off angle. This is the most common, right? You turn it into an off angle. Is this an off angle? Super good off angle, because when they most of the time to clear this off angle, they have to slice the pie. They're not, and a lot of people like to pre-aim, pre-fire like this. So when he comes out like this and you're on an off angle, what happens? He's instantly dead. Instantly, because you're going to see him first. And even if he sees you and he wants to kill you and he's reacting late, he has to flick to kill you. He's not going to have time to go like, oh shit, and then micro adjust you, you're dead. You're just fucking here like this, off angle, boop, dead, right? So start thinking about these things a little bit. Okay, but yeah, so I would have liked, oh actually I do believe you were in a slight off angle. Remember I was like, go wider, go wider. Remember I was like, hold a little wider, because you were like, your crosshair as well was on the wall, and I was like, hold it wider, and then you kind of like took a step and it was like a little like here. So I was like, okay, that's fine, that's actually not so bad, but make it like better, like come here, so that way you can see his shoulder first. Learn the angles, as in understanding how angles work in this game. Okay, But yeah, so
I have another
yeah,
question.
go ahead.
One more question.
Yeah, go ahead. Ask
So in
ask as many questions as you want, bro. That's why I'm here.
yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. So in a scenario where like you're trying to clutch, right? Say
Yeah.
it's a 1v act, like they have more numbers than you. Like
Mm-hmm.
in that scenario, do you like what I always try to do is like try to play aggro and try to get the
Yep.
numbers down. Is
Yep.
that like good or
Yeah.
should you like
That's
play more back passive?
generally these days. Back in the day, this was such a fucking like elite play. You know, like plant the
Yeah.
bomb, they've over rotated, and then they coming back, right? And then make this
Mm,
aggressive play. Like you could literally win rounds. You still can, but back then it was
mm,
way more impact because they would never expect this at that time. Like episode 5 and 6, right? Like they'd be all running with their knives out. You don't know how many times I experienced that back in the day, not now. But these days, okay, I've done it so much in my sessions lately, where my students in the scenario they're coming back, okay, and I'm like, be careful, he's gonna walk, and this guy walks and they kill him because I told him that.
yeah.
How do I know that? It's because I've seen it a lot. I've experienced it on both ends. Either I was ready for that and I killed him, or I did that and I killed one, or immediately died, or whatever, whatever. Okay, but
Mhm.
um, yeah, generally you need to take risk when you're man down, right? Even in this
Exactly.
2v2, 2v3, this was the risk. You push screens, right? The safe play
Mm,
is what? Back here,
yeah,
back
probably yeah.
here area, right? Jail, belt, top pipe,
Mm,
nest. This is super safe, right? These areas would be more for 5v4. Why do we need to Why do we need to start going screens 3 people? No, we don't. I mean, yes, you can make that call as long as you guys are coordinated and you guys are using util to help each other. But generally, yes. In my eyes, I don't. Some pros may agree, disagree, but I think most high-level players agree that when you're man down, you need to take some risk. Like you're not gonna just play safe in a 1v5 in jail. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like you're gonna have to go and hold your make a play over here, get one, and come back or whatever it is. Walk. Maybe you're gonna get on this and then you're gonna get on top of rafters and make a play on right here, right? You're gonna jump down, kill one, kill another one, then back off and start isolating to start dwindling the numbers. Does that make sense?
Mm,
So
yeah.
that's good. But also, what I want to speak on that is these days, this play,
Yeah.
when it's a 1v2, 1v3 is very common now. Just how this angle is common or any angle that they need to clear quickly,
Okay.
it's
Yeah.
it's like to me it's common. Like I think most average players will be like, oh, it's not common. I've seen it enough, almost like 80%, 90% of the time where they make that play. Even in 1v1s, where the guy knows this guy's coming late or he has a read as the B player, he just comes out here to go for that play, to catch him with his knife running. And me, I'm
Mm,
always vigilant in this 1v1 when I've lost the whole site and I know he's on the site. I just walk and I just wait. Or I'm just mentally ready to be like, okay, he could be close here. He's probably going to try to make a play. Does that make sense? So
yeah.
that's what you need to start thinking about a little bit more. Okay.
So a
Yep.
question. So in
Yep.
that
Go ahead.
scenario, like
Yep.
how I just like played hell, is it better if I like peek screens like outside, try to get a pick and then
Yeah.
fall back,
Yeah.
or
I
like
think
yeah,
I think definitely that could be a
like right
way
here?
better play. Yeah. You just take that
Yeah,
aggressive peek, kill one,
yeah,
and you don't
exactly.
commit. You just come back immediately. Because now
Yeah,
it's 2v2. Now the situation has changed. The scenario
yeah,
has changed. Where now we can play safe. We don't need to take risks
mm,
anymore. Now what do we have to do? And I'll ask you. It's very simple.
yeah.
What do we have to
Just
do
play
now?
back off,
Right. For
play like with
why?
Vito,
Why? Break it down further. Why though?
because it's a 2v2. Like the
Yeah.
odds are pretty much 50-50. So you just play it better. You
But
just
give
win
me a
there.
better reason than that. Just because it's a 50-50, we gotta play safe. Sometimes it's 50-50, you gotta play aggressive. Okay, I know the
Mm,
answer, but try to answer this the best way you can.
because you have more firing power. Like you're playing with your teammate off Vito, and they have to defuse the
Mm,
bomb.
I'll help you a little bit. I don't want to, but I'll
Okay,
help you.
okay,
It
okay.
has something to do with the bomb, not defusing a little bit defusing, but something with the bomb. Okay,
Timer, like
the
the time's running
time.
low.
You got it.
Yeah,
Because all we have to do now is burn time. We don't even need
yeah,
to get
okay.
kills, right?
Hmm.
45 seconds for the bomb to explode, 7 seconds to defuse. So 2v3, you came here, and then you went for a play. Whoop, you got a kill. 2v2, now you're backing up. Now the pressure's on them. because they have to deduct, look for you, clear, and then get on the bomb. But now you guys are burning time playing safe, so they waste 6 seconds fully clearing the site. Nobody's dead, so now they obviously deduct you're here. But now we have play on the bomb, 2v2. Does that make sense? Instead of
Yeah.
2v3, you make the aggressive play, bloop, dead, and then you stay here. They start coming in a 2v2, and then they're gonna start deducting, flooding out. They kill you. Now it's 2v1. They deduct even harder, flooding even harder, and then it's way harder for this guy. And even if this guy kills the one guy defusing, what happens? It's a 1v1, right? This guy might even get a half. We're a little bit theory crafting here, right? And being hypothetical, but you get my point, right? So,
Yeah.
any questions? Any more
Nah,
questions
I'm
with
good.
this?
No,
Okay,
no.
so that's that. All right. But I like that you're asking these questions. They're very important. I'm being really honest. You don't know. 99% of my students, I go, any questions with this out? Nope. At the end of the session, do you have anything to ask? Nope. It's 99%. I'm not joking. Not joking. You need to ask not only me, better players questions, pros questions. You have to ask yourself questions. Okay?
Yep.
You know all this shit I teach? It was self-taught. Nobody taught me this stuff. You know how I learned all this stuff? Because I asked myself the questions. Wait, in a 2v2, 2v3, logically, do I need to make a play? Do I just play safer? And when I rationalize that thought, what happens? I'm like, wait, I need to take a risk. We're behind, right? And that's how I got to this point where I can think about these things at this level. So you need to also ask yourself these questions in whichever scenario, whichever situation, whatever the fuck it is. You need to break these things down like I force you to break it down. You're on like step 1, 2 of breaking something down. You need to get the bottom, the root cause of, or the root, thing about it. All perspectives, unbiased. So that way you know the answer. That's how you get answers, right? So
Yep.
that's what I like you to think about. So let's move on. The next thing is needs to track enemies' tendencies and frequencies. Okay, we've talked about this here on this mid thing where we need to be unpredictable. We need to track how they play as a team and individually. And I've taught you this a long time ago, so I don't know if you'll remember it, but this skill alone will make you like a chess player in Valorant. Like you can almost never die if you master understanding not only how the enemy team plays as a whole, but how they play individually. Wait, this Viper's always mid. He's always here. And then the Reyna's helping somewhere in kitchen, boiler. And then it's Omen Jet, and then Killjoy's B. And then on top of where you know they are, who is there, you take it a step further and being like, wait, Viper's here, but he always jump peeks, right? That's his tendency. He plays mid, but he's always jump peeking. Wait, Killjoy's always B. He plays B, but he's always passive. He never walks down. He's the perma anchor, right? I'm giving you real examples from your game, by the way, right? So and on A, Omen Jet on A, and Omen always smokes this. How many times did he smoke this? Almost every time. There was a few times he didn't. In the beginning, but after you guys kept winning A, he's just smoked his 4 rounds in a row, right? Or even over here, you can even just maybe say, oh, Omen likes to smoke close on the site just to kind of pump fake us, scare us out a little bit, to make us check the smoke, spam it, stuff like that. Does that make sense, right? And you can take it further where it's like, yo, and I'll give you like a non-specific example from a game, but like, oh, Omen Jet on A, and the Omen always walks down. He's done it 3 times out of 5 rounds. He likes to do that, and it's most of the time. That's the frequency, right? Tendency is what they like to do, how they do it. Frequency is in which rate they're doing it. Is it once a half, 5 times a half, every single round? Okay, it doesn't even need to be in fractions like that. It can be in like just words, all the time, sometimes, never, here and there. Like you can even put it in that type of terms. That's what I do too when I'm in a game and I picked up on the enemy's tendencies. I'm like, yo, this guy's permanently walking down on us. This guy's never doing it. Let's rush down on A. This guy's moving back and forth here and there. The cipher, we might need to get smarter in terms of trying to track where he is and gaining info. You see how it takes into play there like that. So you need to start thinking about breaking that down like that, because If you don't, good players are gonna do it against you, and then you're not gonna know how they play, where they are, what they like to do, and you're just fucked. You're gonna be lost, never gotta read. You're just gonna be defaulting, doing the same thing all the time, and then they know that, and it makes it easier for them to play against you. Okay, it all adds up. People don't think it adds up, but you need to have that type of mental memorization, tracking mind. Okay, and I tell my students all the time, you may not use it the next round, you may not use it this round, but you will use it sometime in the future, whether that's 4 rounds, 5 rounds, 10 rounds in the future. That's why it's important to track and store that information. Also, I'll give you a tip. There are times where I fully know their setup, who, how many, and who it is, right? Like I just told you off this game. Trying to think how I put this word. Kind of losing my track of thought. But yeah, okay. So yeah, I lost my train of thought. But that's that. We'll move on. So it was really important, but I don't know what happened. Just slipped out of my mind while I was bringing up the example.
Hmm.
But yeah. Anyways, that's that. We'll move on. The next note is needs to work on calling more concepts. They are just 4 or 5, and I wrote this note before I asked you, by the way, what you guys are doing, because I didn't want to give you the answer. I wanted to see if you could get it. Needs
Mhm.
to work on calling more concepts. They are just 4/4 man, 5/4 manning, and then start rotating mid round. Set up plays slash plans slash
Mhm.
creative ideas. Okay,
Yeah.
and this note is incorporated with the tendencies and frequencies thing. If we know how they like to play as a team, fast rotating, slow rotating, they're defaulting on defense, okay, where they are, who is there, how many, what kind of plays can we set up? Think about that and try to answer that. What can we,
We can
brainstorm?
set up fakes because
Right,
we know like they over rotate. We can
right,
fake A, go B, fake
sure.
B, go A.
Yep. If we were to talk specifics with the last game, right?
Yeah.
Or we could make a 5-man rush B. It's a solo killjoy. Or start B and go A because they're a fast rotate. So we fake B, we set it up. Sova, Jet, they're gonna 2-man fake. You're gonna hold mid. 2 people gonna walk up and kill this guy taking space. Because when you guys start contacting B with the drone and Jet, and maybe I'll do this before I talk about this point. So you know how we set it up. So Jet and Sova's here, right? And you're mid holding it
Mm.
down, and 2 people are walking up. Let's freeze that. Okay, let's mentally image that. Sova's here droning. Jet is garage going out. You're here, okay, holding it down, right? And then 2 people are walking up, and let's say the drone is going up. Jet and Sova making a lot of noise. Let's freeze there. What are the enemies seeing? Generally, what's going through
Um,
their mind? You got to get in their shoes a little bit.
that you're going towards like B after holding like mid and stuff.
Right, not you, but who?
Yeah,
The team,
like the
your
team. Yeah,
team.
team.
They're
Yeah.
believing in their mind that you guys are trying to at least not maybe rush B. That would
Mm.
depend on how you guys have been playing. We'll kind of look past that. That'll be more specific, but they will generally think that you guys are working B. Does that make sense? Yo, and what would they call? What's the communication there when they see a Sova drone and a Jet smoked across and making noise, jumping around? What are they saying? Put yourself in their shoes,
To
right?
be at least
And what
Silver
else?
drone and radar
Right,
plan.
that's the important information. Yo, Sova's droning. Jet's here as well. What is it? Bro, it's a duelist and an initiator. That means that they're gonna come up, no? So,
Yeah,
and then what would happen in terms of their rotation? Let's say
they're gonna
they
start over rotating.
right. So
They
let's
well, they'll have like 1A, for example.
yeah, but let's use the specifics with this game. So 2A, one
Okay.
mid, 2 mid, 1B, right? Killjoy is B, right? So
Mm.
they what will happen? I'll give you the answer is they'll start leaning B because they're telling
Yeah.
the team, guys, 2, 3, whatever, how many you sold to fake. Sometimes 2 can look like 5 as well if the fake is good enough. Okay,
Mm.
that's what I do. But so 2 here, 2 here, 3 of them are gonna come B to stack, or maybe 2, and then they leave 1A, 1 mid, and there's 3 on B, right, with a killjoy, right? We froze
Mm.
it there. We freeze it again. Now we go
Mm.
back to our side, where let's say they're droning up to here with making noise with the Jet, and then we continue from there. We unfreeze, okay? You're here, two people are here and they start walking up, and we put ourselves in their shoes again. So just how they start taking contact here, what did we say they're gonna do in terms of rotation? Lean, right? So one mid now, one A. These guys walk up. They're selling the fake, so they're moving B while we're going up A. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and this is a very powerful thing in terms of planning, setting up movement or positioning or the play, because we're gonna get on site with the least resistance possible, which is 1, 0 sometimes if they are retarded and they just start fast rotating 5 people to stack it because you guys been running it down 6 rounds in a row, right? Does that make
Mhm.
sense? So
Yeah. So I have a question.
yeah, go ahead.
Like, say for example, we're all going B, right?
Hmm.
And there's like already 4 or 5 there,
Yep.
and we're trying to go back. Is it when we're like rotating outside to go like back to the other side? Is it good for like the sentinel to like stay around mid, or
Yeah.
should they like just
I,
go
I mean,
with the team?
what I would tell you is that you should never really be doing that. Like
Yeah.
that type of rotation where 4 people start B and then they start B, 4 people, they identify there's a lot on B, it's stacked, high resistance. They're like, leave. This is always bad because what happens? Let's put ourselves in their shoes. Four people run up our team, right? Let's say, they Sova dart, we see a KJ Molly, Omen throws his blind, and your Reyna flashes over here wide because they don't want you guys to push from yellow. Okay, and they're like, yo, fuck, a lot here. And then we start rotating. Freeze. We put ourselves in their shoes. There's 4 here. What do they start doing?
They're gonna start dumping util and like
Not
over
really.
rotating,
That's what I'm looking for.
or
In terms
yeah,
of movement, is what we're talking about. They're
yeah,
gonna start
start leading.
booking it to A, no?
Mm. And
So,
like through mid and stuff, right?
right. And they're gonna start trying to cut you guys off. Right? Does that
Mm.
make sense? And a lot of
Yeah.
the times, they're gonna beat you to the race. I like to call it beat you to the race to A. Because they know. Right?
Mm.
Don't they?
Yeah.
Yes. So they're gonna beat you there a big chunk of the times, or be very quick to be behind you guys. Like for example, you guys started 4 there on B main, and then you guys start rotating back, and you guys are here. They're gonna be fucking 4 people here already raiding, or maybe
Yeah.
kitchen, and then you guys get on site. They're already screens. It's not very a good play. So that's why I'm saying that you need to set up the lurks up and the contact up on the opposite side while you're pulling them to be, and these guys are already eating up that space going up the other side. Does that make sense?
I see. I
You
see.
should only make those rotational calls when there's no choice. Guys, 5-man rush B. You guys rush B, but they stacked it, or you guys identify as high resistance, and we're 5 here. There's no option but to leave. Those are the
Mm.
times you should really be making these calls together as 5 or 4. If that makes sense.
Okay.
If you
Yep.
can, you need to set it up. Guys, 3-man work B. Let's try to get lurk up on A, and then he'll gather information and tell us to come back, or he'll get a kill and it's automatically open because they lean fast rotated and now it's 0, and then he just has perma control and he's just sitting here waiting for everybody to come back, and then you guys start setting up blah 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 blah. We can talk about it all day, but you
Mm.
gotta start thinking about these things. Why? It's very simple. It's because you are a Mortal 3 player. Like, I have to be really hard on you with that.
Yeah.
Okay? Which I don't want to. But as an Immortal 3 player, Immortal 2 player, you need to think about these things. Because it's not like a plat elo where 5 people start here, the noobs on defense, 5 of them run B, and then they're like, wait, 5, and then we run off, and then 5 of them on defense, sitting here for 30 seconds not knowing what the hell's going on. Because they're dumb and slow to react. You understand? You're in an elo where it's automatic. Sometimes they get feelings prior to what they have seen and heard. For example, you guys start 4 or 5 here, and then they're stalling you guys off, and noise is cut. There's some players who are like, they're gonna go A, go, leave, like me. I'm like, yo, stay A. They're not in yet, right? They're just that good. They're that ahead in thought process. You're in that elo. And so that's why I need to be hard on you with that, because you need to be in a position in terms of your mind where you are ahead in thought process. You understand what is developing, how they're moving, where they're going to go, what they're seeing, how they're feeling, what they're communicating to each other. Does that make sense? Because if you do those things, you will always be ahead of them where you can go where they are not. And I'll ask you a question, is that of value? To lead your
Yeah.
team to where it is one guy, two guys maximum as a team, five, four. And we can think about maybe statistics too. I'm pretty sure a 4v2 in the long term, over 1,000 rounds, the 4v2 is going to win, right? Whatever the percentage is, whether it's an 80% win rate over the long term or a 60, 70%, you're winning in the long term. Do you understand? But if you
Mm.
always make these plays where you guys are four, then we make a mid-round call to leave, bro, it's like 50-50, 40-60 their way because they're ahead. They know. They maybe even have taken space already and ready for that rotation. No?
Yep.
So that's what I like to, and I'll put this on you too because you're a sentinel. Start IGLing more. Make the mistakes. Make calls that are gonna lose you the game. I'm serious. That's what happened to me.
Yeah.
There, in the beginning, I tell this to all my students. In the beginning, I would call bullshit. I wouldn't even understand where they are, who's where, what they like to do, and I would just be like, guys, let's do run a fake, and it wouldn't work. Let's do this. It's bad. It's too predictable. They knew we were gonna do it. That's how I used to call in the beginning. But I built myself up by being like, okay, that was too predictable. Fuck, we shouldn't have rushed B that third time. Maybe we should have set up that fake there, sold the fake on B, and then go A. Maybe we should have just defaulted, play slow a little bit, play for picks, control areas, group up somewhere, and then go. Fuck, we should have re-hit it. We shouldn't have rotated. We should have slowed down. That's how you build it up. There's so many games where I wanted to just break my computer because I knew I had to take all responsibility because I made the call. But do I get worse from that moment in time? No. I get better because I told myself in those moments, I'm never going to let this happen again. You need to start thinking like that. What you're calling, your plays, positioning, everything, clutch situations, thought processes. Okay, it's really important, and I'm gonna have to be really hard on you about it
Mhm.
because first of all, I care about you, so I wouldn't want you to
Yeah.
be a bad player. I want you to be an elite player. And then
Mm.
secondly, because I feel like you have that potential to, and you're at the elo where it's used the most. You think I would teach this type of we'd talk like this to a silver player? No, I'd be like, yo, just work on, just kind of focus on, calling and that's it. And then he can build upon that on his own. But we're talking like
Yeah.
finer details of how to call, planning, understanding movements, blah, 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 blah. Right? Because it's important at the elo. The other team, even though you guys won, okay, they were doing that. Somebody at least. I hope so. If nobody was, then I lose all hope in Valorant at this elo. Okay, but in my eyes, my expectation of an Immortal 3, Immortal 2 elo game, somebody is thinking about these things. And I'll give you an example. Your Viper was too, right? He was thinking about, wait, maybe we should leave. Maybe this, boom, boom, boom. He was the only one kind of doing that on your team. He was communicating it also, and that's something I do too. I don't keep these thoughts to myself. I tell them, wait, guys, I think they could do this. I think this, and then they bounce ideas off that thought process, and it builds our team's ideas of what we need to do as a team. Everybody pitches in at that point. You understand?
Yeah.
So
Yep.
work on this calling, understanding movement, pathing, timing, and all that nonsense, which is very simple, but the skill ceilings of them are very high. You make it how you want it to be. That's the beauty of this game. You can be a map hacking god without map hacking, or you can just be an average player that never knows what the hell to do. Okay, so we'll leave it at that. Any more questions with this note?
No.
Okay, good.
Alright.
On top of this note, I would like to say, specifically for this last game, you could have called default way more,
Yeah.
right? When you watch pro play or Radiant streams, okay, defaulting is like one of the most common strategies they use. They don't run it, like, well, yeah, run it down is pretty common too. But if running it down doesn't work anymore, they just default. Like in my eyes, this is my opinion. I feel like I don't know 100% because we don't have the stats in terms of Radiant games, but Radiant rank games. But um, default is used way more than fakes. Like at that level, they don't even try to fake too much. They use it, but they rather default because it's easier. It's more control. It's less complicated. Does that make sense? Because fakes, you gotta set that shit up at that level. Like, it's gotta be specific and it's gotta be sold. It's gotta make sense. Right? Default doesn't need to make sense. Everyone needs to just spread out, try to get a kill, and then group up somewhere and then hit together. Super simple, right? But it's so powerful. So you need to start incorporating that thought, guys. It's so and on top of that note, tempo, right? You guys ran it down how many times? Like 5 times in the beginning, right? And then
Yeah, a
rotate
lot.
it off. You need to be able to, guys. Okay, let's slow down now. Let's speed it up now. They think we're defaulting. We defaulted 5 rounds in a row, so they're all hard anchoring, waiting for us to play for picks. Let's start. We switch it up. Let's start playing fast now, right?
Okay. Yep.
They're fast rotating. And we've been running it down. Let's slow it down. It's not working anymore. As soon as something stops working, you need to start thinking what you can do. Find ideas, experiment, put concepts together. These concepts I taught you, the 6 concepts, I want to ask you because I hope you know. But it's inserting lurks / lurking, defaulting, contacting, fakes, rehits, and then running it down. These 6 basic concepts are really important that you utilize them. They're like, I told another student this, I'm like, they're like guns. There's 6 different guns. One's a shotgun, one's a grenade, one's a SMG, one's a fucking rifle. Okay, when you go to war, are you using just a rifle? An army? Or a team? One guy's got a
Obviously not.
fucking rocket launcher. One guy's got fucking grenades. One guy's got a fucking LMG. Everybody has their own role. So that's how you have to think about it. Every concept has a role, has a place in time where you can use it. But to get better at this, it's super simple. It's to make mistakes and to grow upon that. It's the easiest way. Okay? So that's that. We'll leave it there. Any questions?
Nah.
Okay. Let's move on. The next thing is defensively. Needs to understand his position with the situation / scenario at hand. He tends to go into fights as a sentinel. Needs to play smart and patient / control more. Okay, start of the session, what did I ask you? What problems are you having? You said, I die first all the time on Sentinel. They get mad at me for dying. This is the reason why. This round where pistol, you know they're there. I even confirmed with you 3 times, like, yo, they're all there. They're all only be main. And I'll ask you
Yeah.
why. Super simple. Why did we know that they were all B main?
Because we know like they like to default like 2-1-2.
Nope, that's incorrect. They're very
Uh,
simple. Think about what happened on A main and mid. Replay the round in your mind.
I think there was like a 1-up mid or 1-up A already, and then
Yep.
1 mid.
There
Yeah,
was only
they're heavy towards B.
there was only one in this area, but what
Yeah.
did your teammates do to this guy?
They killed him. They pushed up.
How did they kill him? You just
Because they
said
took
it.
space.
Right. They
Yeah.
pushed up. I saw in this moment in time when you were just looking at your POV, I looked at the minimap, saw the Reyna going up mid, Jet pushing out A. And if we go back to the rule of thirds and they kill this guy, where are they? Remember that question I said?
Yeah.
Where are they? If we have control of mid third, A main third, where are they?
They're leaning towards B.
It's not they're leaning towards B. We know without a doubt they are in B main.
Yeah.
Where else are they? They can't be behind your Jet when he went down B main, A main and mid and behind the Reyna. It's impossible.
Yeah.
They are 100%. That's why I was like, they are B main. They are B. I knew that, and you knew that. Maybe in like within your feelings, intuitively, but you're so just trying to kill them. All you had to do was wait, and you call it too, guys. All B main. These guys start pinching, and you just play safe. And I'll ask you why. Why should we not take this fight?
Because we wait for the guys behind them to
Perfect.
walk
You
up and
understand?
get
We
picks. Yeah.
need to buy time for these guys. No, they're not in B
Yeah.
main behind them, like about to knife them like this. Like this guy's here and this guy's here, bro. They're far. They need to, close some gap, right? So that's why if you die here, I'll break it down for you. If you die here and they're on the way on the flank, what happens? What will the enemy team start saying? Freeze. Put yourself in their shoes, like you would do. When they
they'll
get the
like
first pick here, what will they say? Leave or go?
probably go up
Right. And
after they get a
so,
pick. Yeah.
we'll be on the attacking perspective. Let's say you're over here, okay, behind, he can't see you, and these guys are
Hmm.
the Reyna and the Jet are flanking, and then they kill you, and just how you answer the question, they would say go, they start going, and then you've given up all this space. What happens to the flank?
Yeah.
It gets
It's longer for them.
diminished.
Yeah.
Not just longer, it gets diminished as in the sense of once they come here, start planting the bomb, have control, there's not much resistance. What happens? This guy automatically at yellow goes, I'm holding flank, I'm watching flank, and then whatever, they'll come back or whatever. But they put their focus here, and then that timing is gone. But by you staying here, understanding that they're flanking, and maybe you shoot around and you throw a moldy down here and you start buying time, jiggling, controlling, they have to be really cautious or make that choice to push you here, but that may buy enough time where these guys can come behind and kill 3 people, right? Obviously,
I
it's a
see.
little, hypothetical, because sometimes they'll make that play to push you, they kill you, they had the time to get here, but they still die. It obviously goes both ways, but generally, you will buy them enough time where they can make that play, win or lose. Does that make sense? So, but if we replay this round, like you just went here, peeked into 3 people dry in the most standard spot, and just died. Right? Obviously won the round, but still, this is where we can get some edge or some value in terms of um, overall production. Like your stats will be better too because you don't die as much, right? You're more alive. You have value by being alive, right?
Mhm.
Because you can do something later down the line. That's why. Because you're not out of the round. Does that make sense? Maybe we don't know
And
what could
I
happen.
die a lot as well, so
You die a lot, sorry.
that's yeah, I die a lot,
Yeah,
so I need to like value my life more, I
but do you
think.
die a lot first? A lot.
Yeah,
That's
sometimes,
the
yeah.
key. It's okay to die a lot, okay? Because I ask a
Mm.
lot of my students a lot when I teach them about taking space. I ask them, "What are the chances you're gonna die?" And they go, "A lot." And usually, why I bring that up is because they died without making the play. Like they didn't take the space and still died and lost the round. So I'm like, "What are the chances they're gonna die?" And they're like, "A lot." I'm like, "So then you might as well do that play instead of just dying." You understand? Take the risk at least where there's a reward instead of no reward and still dying, right?
Okay.
So, but
Yeah.
if you are dying first, it's a big problem. Okay, and I can break this down for you because I have before with another student, multiple students. If you die first, you are giving them first blood. When you give them a first blood, what does that mean? Very simple.
Numbers. Like they just get a
Numbers,
lot of value and space.
right?
Space
They
value.
gain a man advantage, 5v4, and then they open up the map. Space. It opens up when you die here because if you're here, is there gonna be another guy right behind you looking at your butt?
Probably not.
No, he's gonna probably be snowman, top site, right? So when you are the side player and die, it opens up this whole area. There might be one orange or kitchen. You understand?
Mm.
There are times where there's 2, like one here, one over here, but still, they'll still open up half the site. No, it'll make it harder for this guy. He has to look behind him and over here, and he'll get pinched a lot of times, especially when the team is aggressive. So that's that. I really hope that makes sense for you. I think it does. Any questions with kind of what we went through?
So
Yeah.
yeah, so in that case, is it better to as a senti and they're like they're all like rushing you like 5 man whatever 4 man,
Yeah.
is it better to play sight or is it better to retake in situations? Because I'm not sure
Well,
like
so it really
what.
depends on the map because sometimes retaking means like, leaving the site, right? But
Mm.
on this site, honestly, I feel like when you say, yo, guys, let's retake, like it's like backside. You're just sitting here, right? You're not going
Yeah.
like fucking over here to retake, are you? No, you're gonna have
Mm.
some control. So, generally, what I do is if I feel like I cannot hold it by myself or whatever, I'm not a cipher or whatever it is. Okay, I'm scared, whatever. Okay, I'll give it up. I just go backside. That's the best thing you can do. Okay, maps like Haven, backside's not viable because you're gonna die. They're gonna clear it. Right here, there's
Okay.
protection. There's gonna be the orange cross, snowman. Right, there's 2 points where they can kind of hold you. But those sites like Haven on A, like bro, you're gonna get cleared. You gotta leave into spawn to the stairs of heaven. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I had Haven in mind actually, like for a
yeah,
Sentinel, like I play C, right? So I
yeah,
was just thinking like backside, like, or
yeah.
do
Like
I just play
no,
retake
no,
in that case?
like that also is not a site where when you say retake, you stay back site. You need to
Yeah.
leave into spawn. Okay, but
Okay.
I would leave that up to you, where you kind of have
Yeah.
to figure that out because there's not real textbook answers, but that's how I see it, me personally.
Mhm.
Okay, but here, B on Icebox is a site where when you say retake, retake, you can wait here. You can just kind of
Yeah.
hold it down here because there's POVs, line of sight, where teammates can hold the guys that are gonna push you, and also, do they need to clear backside to really get the bomb on this specific site map versus other
No.
maps? No, right? It's more unique, right? They just have to get here and plant. They're gonna smoke this area, this line off, and or whatever molly, and then and they just have to jump away, right? Because this
Yeah.
area to clear is very hard. Look how big it is.
Mhm.
Like Haven, the rectangle is like this big, right? This is like almost like 30% bigger. So it takes longer. There's more room for the defenders to play around, especially if they hear you. Okay, so does that make sense? Okay, any questions? Any more?
No.
Okay, that's that. So that's what you need to start thinking about in terms of positioning. Okay, I've been teaching this too, where you can start aggressive, start up front. Don't just AFK backside starting every single time like a noob. Okay, that's what noobs do. Be aggressive, start here, up lot, and then you go back to your secondary position. Right here. Then you see them come out again and dump more utility. Then we go to our third position. Okay, and then obviously once you come to this or decided to come here, there's no going anywhere else. So you have to stand your ground, right? Or maybe you can go here as your third position if you want to play really safe. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So you need to start working upon this, and I'll send you a video that explains this pretty well. So
So
that's
I
yeah.
actually do have a question.
Yep.
So as a KJ, like I have my turret on boiler, right?
Hmm.
But I want to like take space B main. But my turret goes
Yeah.
down.
Yeah.
Like, so that's the only thing on KJ. Like
Yeah.
I can't
So
really take space too
yeah.
much.
So then you need to think
'Cause-
about that. You're not gonna put your turret boiler if you're gonna walk down B main. You need to make that
okay.
decision prior. Right.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you put that turret there, and then in the middle of the round, your teammates say 5A, you're here aggressively holding position, gaining info. Oh, nothing B, and then you want to do it. There's nothing really you can do. You just do it, and then hopefully you can
Okay.
get back in position to get it back up, or just take it back
Yeah.
completely. Right. But if you make a
Okay.
pre-round play, obviously you're not gonna put it there. You're probably gonna put it here, or maybe on top of yellow, or
Mm.
not even put it down at all. You just put like your alarm bot under tube or something, or maybe you could even put it here, your turret right here,
Yeah.
right? And then when you walk,
Okay.
like your full radius, even up to like here probably, right?
Yeah.
So that's that.
Okay.
Okay, does that make sense? So
Yeah.
if it's in a mid round in terms of you put it down already and you're here and you want to do it, there's really nothing you can do. If it's a pre-round kind of idea, then obviously you would never put that there because it's gonna go out of radius real quick. So
Mm.
that's that. Okay, let's move on.
Yep.
The next thing is oh, yep, that's pretty much it. So defensively inside stand. Yep, so that's that. Okay, so let's play another game
Okay.
and let's try to think about these notes, everything we kind of talked about, and try to apply it. So go ahead and share your
Yeah.
screen.
Let me get back into the game. I logged out.
Chat, any questions? Chat, any questions?
Alright.
So you should, so like that needs to be homework tonight. You need to watch how this guy we talked, me and Daniel, because
Yeah.
he literally explains how to be a Radiant player. So if you really want to be pro, you should be watching that video. Okay, and what he says that separates players apart from decision making is also communications and positioning. Okay, so imagine if you're really good at decision making, your positioning will naturally be good because you can understand. Okay, they're coming in. Okay, boom, 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 boom. You can break it down and be like, okay, quick, quick. Need to leave. Need to go. Need to fight for it. Need to stay. Whatever. Right.
Match
So
found.
those are the three things he kind of talked about where that's what needs to be like super mega elite,
Okay.
like god mode. Communications,
I've got all the time in
positioning,
the world.
decision making, speed,
Yo, I'll go either Jet
processing.
or Yori.
Yo, share your
Yuri.
program, not the screen, cause I'm getting echo. And that usually happens when you share the screen. So just share the program.
King. If Clove forgets to put
Is
the
that
books
better?
down, I'm still lurking.
Yeah, that's good. Perfect.
Okay. Okay. I think
It's okay.
their voice is coming through my mic. That's why.
Oh, no, it's okay, because I've never
Bro,
played.
I
Yori,
know you
and it's
like
not
saying
private.
his name, bro, but we got it, dog. We got it. Vade's really strong. Soba's also strong. It's up to you.
Yeah. Whoever you're more comfortable on. Yep.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah,
look
yeah.
up. I'll look up a
Type
Yoru
shit.
guide.
You guys are yappers, bro.
Yeah, they're fucking yappers.
I think I know a Yoru Flash. Like I got one for Amen.
Bet.
I'ma have to take you down on some gangster shit.
They got 3 duelists, no initiator.
Oof.
It's gonna be a run it down comp.
Yeah.
Our
They have a
enemies had
vice
every
though, so
chance to
it's
back
not so
down,
bad.
but they
Like they don't
chose
really
violence.
need an
And
initiator.
I choose to reply in
Obviously, it's
kind.
good. But
I'm
Yeah.
out of here.
Vice.
Gotta go.
Vice probably gonna set up B.
I'm out of here.
Yeah, probably.
Can we bait that wall where you're from?
Go, go.
Yeah, you can bait on the wall with Yoru.
Gotta go.
Yeah, you're.
So I just looked
Go,
up
go,
a
go.
flash guide. Neon, I'm a flash. So like run.
Here.
And swing off of it. Should work.
Down.
Nice.
Okay.
Go, go, go.
Just take
Let's go, Neon. Follow.
Dropping smoke. Back now.
kidding.
1 minute. 1 minute.
Right here.
No.
Reload.
100 on Clove.
Cutting
100 on
through.
Clove. Overhealed, but he's at 100. No, he's dead.
Wait.
One enemy remaining.
Weak.
Done.
nice.
Let's go. Good comp.
Good round.
Good job, guys.
Oh, no one was
Got
down,
it.
bruh.
Fine, I
Guys are
admit
so
it.
low.
That was not. I'm out of here.
You did damage and got hit.
Gotta go.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Yo, Neon, let's go double comp.
Now we wait.
I'm out of here.
Hold up, I was just practicing this lineup, bro. It lands right here. Thorns. Oh shit, I'm too cold.
That's kind of goated.
Where are they placing their wall or no?
Bro.
Who?
They're not placing their
Vice?
wall.
I don't know.
I get decoy.
Yeah.
I get that deagle?
Alright,
Oh,
muckers. Off we go. Gun. Gotta
Yo,
go.
Neon, let me decoy first.
Scanning ahead.
Launching forward.
Go, go, go.
Found them.
Oh, it's okay.
Take flight.
It's our wall.
Hello, Anna.
I'm out of here. Dropping
No
smoke.
wall.
Short guy.
How are you? We're doing good. Coaching.
Ah, sight, behind.
Nice.
Reload.
Planted. One enemy remaining.
B-Link, boss.
Good.
Let's go.
Pretty good round. Nothing crazy.
You get it. My bad. It was a good
Gotta
fight.
go.
I just found it.
you want the shotgun again? Brother? Take that shit, brother.
Can we go fast A link into A?
So
Yeah, let's
obviously,
look top, man.
so obviously in these times where like these guys are calling, right? Like it's kind of hard to like over call over them. So
Yeah,
All
I'm
you
gonna let
can,
them do that.
yeah, you can put your input as well though, like
Yeah.
your 2 cents in. I'm doing
Hmm.
alright myself. Just got back from work. Now chilling, drinking my water.
I'll
Oh,
smoke your
that's
top mid.
good. Gotta stay hydrated, Anna. You know what I'm saying?
Drop in a
Wink,
smoke.
wink.
I'm close.
Right
Good
here.
play, Chris.
Revealing area.
Take care, take care.
Right here.
Scale up, guys.
Guys, we gotta scale. We gotta scale.
One shot.
I have take flight.
What are you trying? Just take save.
I think it's fine.
Enemy tag.
I'm saying.
All good. That's
Thorns activated.
good. So, I
No,
think you
you
could have.
still.
Yeah, that's fine. I think you could have sliced the pie a little bit better,
Yeah.
cause like you swung, right? And you pretty much swung into his crosshair where he's holding, cause he's holding
Okay.
wide. So when you slice the
Yep.
pie, it kind of can help counteract off angles, and it's actually kind of harder to kill because you can come back to, like, you can give them that little jiggle step. What elo is this? He is
Yeah.
Immortal 3, Immortal 2
Yeah, what's
player.
that?
It's the second game. Staying hydrated and healthy, you know? Yes.
Yeah,
Yes, Anna.
just stay quiet.
I know. Trust me.
Beat that wall though. You have to beat that wall. Okay, okay.
Now we wait.
Stay quiet in me. Don't show anything. I'm on flash and make it look like I'm lurking.
Okay.
Hey, shit.
One's a man. Jump spotting.
We can all be together and then take him down.
1B.
Yeah, 3, 2, 1.
You can go whenever.
I think he's
Time
close.
to jump.
Might be
Gotta
close.
Drawn.
Reloading.
I want it.
Killing.
Go, go.
Scanning
Hit
ahead.
him one.
Thorns activated.
Could be backside.
So look link here. Look link. Yeah. So you gotta let him. You gotta let them deal with the site, right? It's a different
Yeah.
story if you went elbow with them. Because
Okay.
I knew the smoke was going down. I even heard it. I was like, that's why I was like, look link, look link. Like, and I'll ask you a question. Do
One enemy
you
remaining.
feel like nobody will be link after that smoke fades? Like, definitely someone's
No,
gonna
they
be
were.
there. Right. So that's why. And these are the small mental, getting ready things you can do, where you would never die there and you kill him because you're ready.
Hmm.
Right. Maybe you would have won this round
Revealing area.
if you were up. Right. So.
Okay. So that's just go. Elbow with them.
No. Well, I mean that's an option, but you didn't. I'm saying let's say
Okay.
let's look at the scenario where you didn't. You went left, right?
Yeah.
You're so fixated on the site. You're looking, bro. Look at the minimap. They're clearing it all. 3 people. Look left.
Yeah.
Cover general. Cover what they're not doing. So what was
Okay.
not being covered there? They had the whole site. You just gotta look
Yeah.
link or spawn, but you can't go spawn because you're so far. You're A main, so that's something you
Okay.
need to kind of be more aware about in terms of minimap.
No peeking. Shortcut.
We need to focus people, good peaks and favorable fights. Yep, I manifest the win here. Yep, he won his first game, 13-11. So we'll see if he can win both games. Nice,
So
good kill.
Spike down A.
I have the spike.
One more there.
One more spawn.
Revealing
Wait, they're
area.
both there.
Yeah, it's unknown.
They're both there.
both.
One enemy remaining.
Last spawn.
Nice.
Nice.
Your
Good.
biggest mistake was pissed me off.
Okay, I see it.
Cutting through. Reloading.
Yeah, good kill. Okay, I think that's still a decent kill.
I got
Okay.
wall bang headshot through a smoke. Through this box, through a smoke, one bullet.
Reloading.
You wanna swing this neon?
Bro, it's
Guys, wait, I have ult. Let's go to be S5. Let's go to PS5.
That's what I have.
Flash.
Yeah, I can just ult this in.
I'll flash off main and decoy.
Right here.
You want me to slide? Slide up?
Something weird.
Yeah, I'll see.
Now we wait.
I'm literally instantly flashing.
There. Get out of my way. I got this place.
Place.
Flashing. I'm out of here. Shortcut.
Should I even
Shocking.
Launching thorns.
Dropping smokes.
The wall.
Activated.
rip it anyway?
I
Fuck
want
it.
it. Easy.
I'll do it. I think we're playing retake.
it's okay. Just get the bomb now.
There.
Shot done.
No more thorns.
Spike planted.
I'm gonna make myself a fruit salad BRB. Where's mine? You're not making me
Player
one.
standing.
Yikes. Yeah.
Holy.
We all got shit on there a little bit.
Who's just shooting someone here?
Got
Through their
4
body,
Link.
hit me
Damn.
in the smoke. Holy fuck.
This guy's insane. Look.
Thrifty.
Oh, that's
Yes,
4 there.
thank you.
4 Link.
I turned around and looked
Yeah,
at him.
there's a lot linked there.
I'm like, oh, man.
But you know, the Vice all kind of pushed them there, right? So
You guys wanna try going mid?
Go, go, go.
You guys wanna try like poking mid top?
all
Wow.
3, please. Yes, a little honey as well.
I'm gonna take mid control.
Yeah,
You're the best.
I was like slide on this guy. I'll
You're-
drop.
I'll lurk you, so.
Smoke deep. I'm gonna try to fight this shit.
Spikes here.
I'm gonna decoy at the start and then.
Hitting when they're not looking. There.
No peeking.
Reloading.
It's you and me.
Shot down. Shot down.
One's mid. Wanna smoke his top mid.
It's outlaw, you mean?
You should go B.
We just
Tell
take
them.
that-
My turn.
I got both B. Both
Should
B.
go B.
Yeah.
Yeah, go B.
Oh,
Launching
they're
thorns.
fucked.
Thorns down.
No more.
One enemy remaining.
Was the A player? Was the A? Started A lane with an outlaw.
That was at the beginning of the round though, so just beware.
Mm,
I'm gonna flash
Team fall
back.
mid. Should have spawned mid.
Blinding crack.
Yeah, she's probably like
Not ready
spawn.
yet. Retrieving flash.
I don't think she should be linked.
Scanning ahead.
Maybe.
Spike planted.
Not flank yet.
I think he's spawn. Yeah.
AD spawn
80.
went towards heaven. Oh, elbow now, elbow.
Swing off me, swing off me, swing off me.
Minus 80. One shot.
Nice.
This guy's so
You see how I know he's spawn, right? There's multiple reasons why. One guy's looking flank, not in flank. The information that he was on A, so like he only has like 2 options to rotate, which is link or spawn. And I don't think he would go through mid because there's 2, 3 mid already prior. So the safest option is for him to go through spawn.
my decoy and then I'll hold past.
I'm gonna do this thorn
I'm
here.
out
Bait
of
out
here.
the wall first before we go up.
Yeah, I can let me, don't go out, don't go out, just let me go out solo with all.
I'm out of here.
Scanning ahead.
Spike full.
I have the spike.
I'm gonna ensure. My ult.
Swords down.
Deploying drone.
Go to CT.
Enemies
One
pushing.
market. Barely.
Enemy mark.
One more there still. Vice is there.
CT 80.
Looking for me?
One's in the smoke. One's in the smoke.
One enemy remaining.
Spawn.
Planted.
What? We haven't done.
Yeah, heaven or Saba.
You died.
So I can automatically know, right? Because I look at the mini map,
I don't care.
and then I start deducting. Wait, Vice cleared mid.
Let's go.
The flank has a wall. Not flank, not link. Automatic spawn.
Bro, they can't hold B. They just keep doing the same thing.
Yeah, keep going B.
Yeah, they can't hold it.
Now
I'm
we
gonna thorn here again. Then I'm just gonna go lurk.
Make sure we're baiting out a wall before I can
Wait,
smoke.
can we walk for a second? Like, I'm gonna delay flash. Like, wait
Okay.
like 2 seconds.
You can flash mid. Meanwhile.
Yeah. Actually, no.
I got the spike. I'm out of here.
Revealing area.
Heads up, right.
One more.
Yeah, Vault.
Go, go, go.
Should be running it in.
Cutting through. I caught them broke.
Elbow.
Thorns activated.
Enemy B.
Just get the bomb down.
Yeah. Hold me, hold me.
Enemy remaining.
What a bomb, bro.
Like I never.
You shouldn't ult. You shouldn't ult there.
Nah.
And then also,
I'm back. Go, go, go.
again,
I
it's
was
coming.
just tilted because I had bomb, but I had ult. So.
You're tilted? You shouldn't be tilted.
No, I had bomb,
Oh yeah, I know.
but I know.
But you gotta be aware of that, right?
Pull your gun and just
Yeah.
So
just try to play for as many kills as
you're like you're. This is like that note where I told you like you're trying to fight too much. You need to address the situation at hand. You have bomb. You're on site. They're fighting elbow. Multiple. Just get the bomb down. The faster you get it down, the better. That's all you have to think
Okay.
about.
Just default.
I'm out of here.
Play slow.
Drop in a smoke.
Be
I'll
careful.
be.
Be careful of the mid walk down.
One's mid.
Yeah, he walked down for sure.
40 in the smoke.
Nice, huge kill.
One more.
Ooh, it was there. It was there.
Oh.
I think the crouch kind of got you killed though. Like it wasn't like a full crouch, but you were crouching, so like. You know, I told another student too, just make sure you're standing up more when you fight. I mean, at this elo it's fine, and this elo I can definitely, you can make a case where it's very viable. You can crouch peek all the time like Primi, but it's very situational. Open field, usually not a good idea. Makes you a smaller target. Sorry, not open field, but like longer distance away. Like you're gonna be more pixelated,
One
right?
enemy
So
remaining.
Yeah.
more room for, you know, like he can just kind of just put it generally on your head and you're dead, or on your body and you just die. But if you're like up close, you got to be more precise, right? Because it's a bigger image, so bigger hit reg box.
So situational for crouching.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think in that scenario, definitely stand up and do the more left-right dead zoning minuscule movement, because he's got to adjust when he goes left to right, like very small. I'm not saying big, wide left right, but like, you know, mini left right, that kind of steps. Okay, good kill on the Vice though. That was good. You helped even out the man advantage, even though you got traded. They traded you back, so I think your team played that round really well. Also, the I like the default call as well.
Yeah.
Hacker also when crouching far away, you move slow. You move slower on their screen. It's not that. It's more pixelated.
Wait, are they pushing out B?
We both
We
agree.
should hold them if they're pushing out B. Don't make noise.
If you get tagged while crouching, you'll be on move. Yep,
See
I
if they
agree.
push out.
I think it's more of the pixelation. Like
I
you
got a bit
become
of
like
wall
a
as well, if they go
small little dot when you're crouching far away, so it's easier for them to just instantly kill you. Huge. Get the
I knew
orb.
it, bro.
Full blind.
So here, slow it down. Take the orb and leave, or re-hit.
You already got it.
Yeah, you should have took that a long time ago.
There's like two here though.
Should be one more here.
No smokes, you're alone.
Blinding prep.
Can we leave?
Don't leave me here.
I got the spike.
There's like two here already.
I saw as well. He doesn't have shield anymore.
I'm back. I love watching Clove plays. I'm a Clove main, so yeah, that shit is good. Yep.
Where's Vice?
One enemy remaining.
Alright,
Vice is A.
we go B.
He's spawn.
No peeking.
Nice.
Nice.
So their take orb earlier. Okay.
Automatic. You know how you killed the Jet?
In the half.
Yeah.
And then the Yoru, take it after that.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're not gonna take it in between the Yoru and Jet. The guy's running at your team with a Bucky,
Yeah.
right? So you're not gonna go for the orb. But once you kill the Yoru, pick that shit up. That's another orb. Think about that. That's 3 orbs you would have got in one round.
Yeah.
Look, you would have had 2 to fill this round instead of 3. So you could maybe even run around and collect both orbs, or you got the orb now, and then you get a kill. Now you have ult for the site entry. You understand?
Okay.
That's
Yep.
efficiency there. There's some thing there where you're gonna be more like better for the next round.
Got it.
Like setting yourself up. That's what I should say.
Go, go, go.
We'll be close. I'm dead.
No, you're good.
Get out of my way.
You're good.
My
Just
bad.
cross. Just cross. Smoke
Drop
spawn.
in a smoke.
Good.
He's gonna ult.
Just
They got my ass.
Yoru.
huge.
20.
Oh my god.
Spike down A.
So again,
Player standing.
okay. You missed the orb. You didn't take the orb. So now we gotta pick up 2 for next round instead of 1. We could have got our ult next round.
One enemy
And then
remaining.
also, bro, you're so caught up on that angle. What did you do with spawn there? Okay?
I held the same angle.
No, no.
And I,
Prior to that, what did you throw down there in terms of utility? Super simple.
What was he doing?
oh, my decay.
I can't
You
lie.
threw a smoke spawn,
Oh, smokes.
and you're
Yeah.
holding it. And I can understand why you're holding it, but cross, just leave,
I have Thorn.
right?
Okay.
You're so fixated on they're there, and then you're holding them. Just cross, get the bomb
Yeah.
down, then come back to that later. That
Okay.
you get what I'm saying? Because you would have the bomb
Yeah.
down, then your teammates can make a play on the bomb, and you just come back to it, whether you die or not. But what you did was sit there, wait, bomb's not down, you die, and then that could have been a huge disaster, right?
Yeah.
But even if you died and you had the bomb down, they can make a play in a 2v2, right? Time is ticking,
Okay.
it's burning, right?
I'm out of here.
Okay. Let's fight mid here. I'm gonna smoke
I'm out
bottom.
of here.
I'm just gonna stay pocketed for now.
No peeking. Shocking. Right here.
I'm gonna push up.
Huge. Resmoke it, resmoke
Hold
it.
this, hold this. I can't suppress.
Yeah, when you can, when you can.
Drop in a smoke.
And then feed them the info. One's going A.
One's going A.
Go, go,
One's
go.
B.
Look.
Let me stay around mid.
Yep.
Last time unknown.
Outside A. Going A right now.
Both are one.
One. I think one's mid.
You pick up this ghost.
One's towards A. One's towards A.
It's a free 500 credit. Go on.
Okay, I'll keep my utility.
Yeah, you can just sit mid. Just sit mid. Hold it down.
Drop in a smoke.
I think that
I might
smoke
go
is.
behind.
I think that smoke's a little bit bad.
One
They're both,
enemy
both.
remaining.
That smoke's bad.
Okay.
Just re-smoke where you did, or
Okay.
smoke maybe right behind you here. That link, not the right side link. Cause like, can you hold that smoke from where you were?
No.
No, you can't even see it, right? It's kind of pointless. So you could even just smoke A main back again for them, cause you know the one was there, right? So
Yeah.
and then you're sitting mid, so you can also assume that maybe it's two or whatever. But
Okay.
overall, that was good. Good round. Also, pick up the gun, right? It's a free 500
Wait, I'm
credit,
giving you-
which it improves your rate of fire, damage output.
I'm smoking
Stuff
mid
like
again. Yep. Okay.
No peeking.
And barrier fucked. My bad.
Fighting mid.
I did not have to wait for that.
It's still a good.
Up mid, up mid. They force, they force.
Just play off your neon. That's all you have to do.
They're more than
Don't peek, don't peek, don't peek. Back up, back up.
Move, move, move.
One enemy.
I'm in, I'm in.
We have bomb, we have bomb. Nice, good. Good round. Okay, they forced, right? So they're gonna have to save. This is a big round to win. If you died there, it might be big trouble. I'm not saying it is, but it could have snowballed there, or if you died. So that's why I was like telling you, leave, 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 and you did.
As
So
soon
that
as my
was
neon
good.
died, I was just out.
And good smoke usage there as well to just put it down where they're pushing, so it makes it harder.
easy one shot.
And then the Euro put a clone out, and then they all got blinded, and he killed two. So
I'm out of here.
Try not to die.
Just keep fighting mid. If they're, well, not fight, but I'm gonna smoke
Fire
bottom.
was done too.
Drop
Yeah.
in a smoke.
V. We smoke.
Give
Drop
a
in
smoke, yeah.
yeah, you can
Man,
anchor. Yep,
yeah.
you can anchor here or rotate or take space. You have three options.
Take my gun.
Nice.
No bother.
Got his gun.
Take my gun.
Coming
Not
back. Call
ready
it.
yet.
They're coming back to me.
Nice try. Nice
No.
try. It's okay. Your teammates.
So,
are good enough.
do I keep fighting there or do I fall back?
No,
okay.
I think that position was good. Just a little bit
Okay.
crosshair placement. You gotta instantly think that you're coming swinging, right?
Yeah.
But overall, it was fine.
Okay.
Drop in a smoke.
All good.
Okay.
Yeah, all good.
I would've got a collapse.
I would have called that they're coming back earlier, so then your teammates get, you know, an extra 1-2 seconds of rotation.
Dude, but why can't the shield just block every?
Sometimes I get caught up in like calming and like just being in the
Yeah.
moment as well.
Yeah, if you're using a key to communicate, might be a problem. If you're using mouse button, it's always really easy because you just press your mouse button, right? So
Mouse button? Oh, okay.
I use mouse button 4, so it's, my left hand never needs to press another button, so it like takes away from my movement,
Go,
right?
go.
Mm.
No peeking.
But if I put it on my mouse button, like, you know, it's really easy to adjust my aim. So
Have one of these.
it's all preference though.
Take this.
So they're leaning A.
They went towards A. Yeah.
So smoke that off from. And then go help, go help. Look, there's 4. Look at your minimap. There's 4 mid holding the same angle. Okay, Yoru's gonna be in trouble if somebody walks out.
Nice to me.
Just leave him.
All
Leave him.
three, all
Let
three.
let him. Let him hold. You hold that same angle.
Wait, TP.
One enemy remaining.
Last one mid.
Thorns.
Nice. Good shots. Good kills.
Yep.
Yeah, but
Okay,
you
I
see
see
what
what
I
you're
mean?
saying,
You see
yeah.
what I mean there?
Yeah.
There's 4 of you holding the same
Yeah.
angle, and you're not even
Yeah, yeah.
holding it. You're tucked. Go hold A main. It's not accounted for. You gotta,
Doesn't have a duo
like
here?
we talked about in the notes after the first game, always account for space when you look at the minimap that is open to you. And to me, it
Yeah.
was yours tucked elbow. He's not holding A main, right? He's sitting in a corner. So you should pick
Yeah.
that up immediately and keep looking at your minimap, keep looking at your POV. I got A main, and you see them fighting, then you come back.
Okay.
Okay, good. Good run.
Drop in a smoke.
Here.
Word, V is meta, use your thumb. Yep, it's all preference. I use mouse.
Fast.
And scroll wheel jump. What the
Coming at
fuck?
it.
I hate PTT on mouse because it changes the way I grip. Yep, it's all preference. Everybody's different. Oh, my aim's fucked. Yep.
I whiffed.
Yeah, it was there. I saw it. I saw the vision. Like you, I'm not joking. I think you would have killed that guy. He just crouched at the right moment. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it was actually a pretty good crouch by him.
I should have killed him.
That's fine.
One enemy remaining.
Happens. Good.
Nice,
GG.
Standing.
Okay, really good game. I didn't write notes this game because it was a pretty good game. Okay, but
No more to oppose us.
I'll ask you a question. What mistakes are kind of like, you know, we're struggling with from the first, that are similar from the, or is from the first game? Very
Like
simple.
awareness, map awareness.
Right, map awareness. What else? Lay it all down.
Like if I'm seeing 3 mid, like I should just
Yeah.
like let them play.
Mini map awareness is key that you're not bad at or struggling with, but needs to be better.
Yeah.
How can I be telling you, right? Like, you need to be as quick as me. Like, yo, I need to pick up mid. I need to do this. I need to tell them. Okay, this is open. They're going back. Blah, 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 blah. We can go all day, right? Also, the orbs. You have so much trouble picking them up. When I'm a
Yeah.
clove, I hog that shit. I don't let anybody take orbs. You know why? Because I want my ult. And I'll ask a question. Why do we want our ult generally? Is it
Take
strong
more fights.
or is it
Yeah,
weak?
strong.
It's
That's fine.
fucking mega strong.
It's that extra life.
Right, because
That's good.
it lets you run down when you entry by yourself, or not by yourself, but when you entry in first, right, and you die, what happens? Do we have information of who killed you, where they are, if they're sitting in a corner, backside? They do. Then you pop your ult, your team starts coming out, and it's information where now we know where they are. So it's like you kind of bait yourself. You go in. There are times you go in and you won't die, but there's a lot of times you'll go in first, you'll die, then your teammates see the question marks on the site, and they all start flooding out off your ult, and then they kill the guy because they know exactly where he is. Do you understand what I mean? So that's why me personally, everybody's different, but I need to push this on you because, like we talked about, it's a value. It's free, right? Even that time where I was like, bro, you should have picked it up. Then you would only have to pick up 2, and then that round after you still didn't pick it up on A main, and then you died, and then or I think we still needed 2. Sorry, the round before was 4 or whatever, or 3, and then I was like, bro, the next round you would have just picked up 1 and had it, right? So it
Okay.
all adds up by filling it up faster. The faster we can fill up our ult, what does that mean? The faster we can use it. And then the faster we can use it, what does that mean? We can fill it up again. Get what I'm trying to say? So
Yeah.
it's like a cycle where you need to fill it up, use it as quickly as you can, so that we can use it 4 times a half instead of 1 time. Right? How many times did you use ult on defense?
Like twice.
Yeah, I think it was like close to
Once.
1 time. Even on
Yeah.
attack, you think you used it once or twice.
Yeah, once, twice.
But
Yeah.
if you get
But,
Yeah, if you kind of
I see
picked
what
up
you're saying.
orbs more, and you missed like 2-3 plants, that's extra 3 orbs. That would have been an
Yeah.
extra maybe 1 time or half ult. You understand? It adds
Mhm.
up where you can use
Yeah,
it faster, fill it up faster, rinse and repeat. Use it fucking 5 times. I've seen some pros use ult like 6 times in 1 round. Well, not 1 round, 1 half.
Jesus.
Because they're always maximizing orbs, kills, plants, and then they fill it up, use it, boom. Next round they get 3-4 orbs halfway to the ult in 2 rounds. You get what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
there's value there. Also, I think that the smokes timings are very good. And yeah, but I'm gonna send you these notes. Do you have any questions?
Nah, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay.
It's just I know for me, like it's just like map awareness and positioning is the biggest thing for me, to be
Yeah,
honest. Like I think everything else is like fine, but just those things. And like that those are like the one of the biggest parts, like being if you can position yourself like properly, you can get like
yeah.
kills and you can get like less
You have
deaths and
value. You have
yeah.
production value. You're gonna get killed. You're not gonna die as easily. Then when you kill them there and they're alone, you what happens? You have information. You have space. You have control. Right?
Yeah.
So all this stuff I've
But
taught you adds up. Yeah.
is there a way to like work on like map awareness and
Yeah.
like positioning?
Yeah. It's to look at the minimap. It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
When you're in a round, no matter how hectic it is, you look and come back. And once you
Hmm.
practice that, okay, because it's a physical thing, your eyes have to move, right? They have to go top left screen when you're looking in the middle. So you need to practice that speed. And I'll be honest, the older you get, that slows down. Okay, when I was
Yeah.
24, 20, playing Dota 2, because in Dota 2 there's a mini map, and they don't show question marks when a hero pops up. They show the hero's icon. So not only do
Mhm.
I know where they are, I know who it is, right? And in StarCraft 2 is the same thing. You would get one little red dot, little 1 pixel, literal 1 pixel, if there was an enemy unit coming outside the fog of war. And for me personally, that's where I built my minimap looking skills. I was so instantly quick when I was a pro in StarCraft 2 when I was 14 playing in MLG. Okay, any red dot on my minimap, and I'm looking at my POV, building buildings, building units, fighting, taking skirmishes. One red dot comes, a drop ship starts coming into my base. I immediately pick that shit up and go correct it and
Yeah.
kill that unit or whatever. Same thing in Dota. I see a hero, I see multiple heroes on me. I just start book running across the other side of the map because I know I'm getting ganked, right? So it's all about making, it's like a cognitive thing involved as well in terms of making sure you are not scared to leave your POV. And that's very common. You'd be very surprised how common that is, where people don't want to leave their eyes on your POV and look at the minimap. Yes, there's going to be times where you look at your minimap and the guy just peeks and you die. Unlucky. But that is very rare. That's what people don't understand. And if you're quick enough, it'll never happen. There are times I'm holding something, it's very quiet. I'm looking at my POV, and then there's contact, so I have to look at the minimap to see if they're killed my whole teammates coming in or they're getting stalled, right? And then I'm about to look at my minimap, and a guy pops up, and I still kill him because it's quick enough. So, it's all kind of, it might be different for a lot of people, but it definitely takes some cognitive thought to being like, okay, I need to look, I need to look, I need to look, and then training your eye to be able to look back and forth very quickly and efficiently. And I tell my students lately as well, I tell them, you need to be looking back and forth from your POV and the minimap within a round like more than 30 times. Okay,
Yeah.
maybe that's a lot, but like more than 20 times for sure.
Mhm.
If you are not looking at your minimap and back to your POV more than 20 times, your awareness is gonna suck, right?
Yeah.
Bro, when
Yeah.
I play, I'm I don't look at my POV anymore. I stare at the minimap. That's where I get my information, not the POV. I'll hold an angle and I'm
Mhm.
just looking at my minimap, staring. I'll rotate. I'm not looking at me running down an area to rotate. I'm looking at my minimap while I am rotating or taking space and flanking to see what is going on across the map because I cannot see it. Is it on my POV? No, it's on the
No.
minimap, right?
Yeah.
And there's a lot of times I'm in rotation, I'm looking at the minimap, they trade out, and because I was looking at the minimap, I knew generally where they were. And when I generally know where they are, I can know where they can go in terms of timing, how fast I showed up, how late I showed up, stuff like that. You start building this intuition part of it where it becomes subconscious. Like you automatically do it without thinking about it in terms of using that information to your
Yeah.
advantage. Okay,
Yeah.
so we'll leave it
Yeah,
at
because
there.
a lot of the time I'm just like looking at my POV, like
Yeah,
maybe in a round I
I
look
can
at my
tell.
minimap like 5 times
Yeah,
probably.
that's not enough. It needs to be
Yeah.
20 times,
Yeah.
especially if it's quiet on your side, as in you're anchoring, nothing going on, kind of jiggle, hold the angle. Make sure you're staring at the fucking minimap,
Yeah.
looking to see if they're coming in, not in. Okay, stuff they cut noise. Okay, your whole team's dead, not dead. They're trading out, stuff like that. Okay, does that make sense?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's something I would like you to start practicing. You can. This is a tip I actually used to say too. Go in the custom game. Okay,
hmm
go around. Like I'll kind of show you. I'll kind of show you.
Oh yeah, I'll watch it. Yeah.
So what map were you playing? Corrode. Let's just choose Corrode
Crowd, yeah.
for example because you're playing. Okay, but you're not far though. That's the thing from being a really elite player. It's just these small stuff that we talked about, right?
I've got all
Because your
the
aim
time
is
in the
nice.
world.
Okay, but aim gets capped. Okay, even in that interview with Daniel, Radiant player, I asked him
Yeah.
the question. I said, "What gets capped? Aim mechanics versus game sense. What gets limited to some degree at the pro level?" And he said mechanics. Okay, game sense is what's gonna set you up to use those mechanics to
So,
finish
are we
people,
gonna talk
to
about the empty
execute them,
locker back
to
at
get
A?
stats, to have
The one
value,
with the
production
scratched out
value,
8?
stuff like that, etc., etc.
Anyone?
Okay.
No one?
So
Okay, my ult is ready.
go in a custom game, okay, and just make sure you're always putting your crosshair head level and look back. Like if you were to go on my stream, okay, the viewers will see I'm holding something, I'm looking, holding something, going back, I'm looking, I'm constantly going back, holding, looking at my minimap, clearing this corner, looking at my minimap, clearing this corner, looking, okay, I'm looking link, looking at my minimap, okay, maybe I'm holding here, AFK anchoring, I'm just staring at I'm just going back, looking at the minimap, looking at
Okay.
my POV, looking at this, okay, my eyes are just very
Mm.
quick. It's very quick. It's gotta be milliseconds. You can't be looking at your POV and then I'm fucking looking at my mini map like this for 5 seconds and going back. It's gotta be instant. Look,
Yeah. That's what I tend to do. Like I
okay,
stare at my menu app a
yeah,
lot.
and that's that's not
Or
bad.
my
Um,
POV. Sorry.
oh yeah, POV. Yeah, POV is bad. If you're just AFK
Yeah.
on your POV, you're gonna be a very unaware player, and you're in the
Mm.
elo where we gotta be hard on you with this. Why? It's very simple. Everybody is super hyper aware, vigilant, sensitive to the minimap. Any question mark, they're picking that shit up. But if you are not, you will be not separating yourself in that way. They're gonna always be ahead of you. You may not even know what the fuck's going on, right? And I can see that a little bit. I'm not saying fully where like you're just here getting caught with your pants down because you're just staring at your POV, or you're late on the rotation because everybody's dead and you're just like and your team's like, yo, what the fuck are you doing, right? Rotate, right? So. And that's why I'm so quick and understand how to take space and know when to do it. And I never really die. And it's always a value a lot of the times. It's because of the minimap. Bro, I'll be flanking. Most people are looking at the POV. Oh my god, I'm holding this corner now. Okay, I'm gonna get ready for it. I'm literally staring at the fucking minimap while I'm flanking to see the tempo of the enemies. Are they in? Do I need to speed this up and run because they're already up on that last ping on site? Right? Stuff like that. So that's where I get my information. Oh, I need to speed up here. Wait, there'll be times where I flank too. Okay, I'm like over here. I'm flanking. My team's taking contact. They see them and B main, and I see a question mark right here. Wait, let me show you before I go. Like right here. Spamming right there. Okay, and I start running because I'm like, yo, they're in. They're going in. They're going in. Okay, I'm like right here. And then I look at my sound radius and I start walking where that last question mark was. Does that make sense? Because that's where he was last seen. I want to make sure I'm unheard. But you can't do that. You can't be a ninja if you don't look at the minimap, because you'll just be running out in your POV, and this guy's just like he heard you the whole way. But if you're aware, because you're looking at the minute, wait, there was one. I'm a little bit too close. I'm like running down, and then I see a guy here fighting this guy or whatever, and I'm running. I'm looking at the minimap, and I just instantly stop right before the radius hits that question mark, even if it was 2 seconds ago. Because that's generally where he was, and I understand if he was here 2 seconds ago, he's gonna be on site if they taken it. If they didn't, I would slow down maybe a bit earlier, because he might still be there or back on the way to rotate to A. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So that's why looking at the minimap is mega fucking important. Also, why it's important, it's so simple. If I see one A main on the minimap and one mid, what is that? What can I identify off that by instantly looking at that?
That where they are, like one mid, one.
Yeah, one A
one
main, one B main. But I instantly picked that up. I was holding here, and I'm I took contact here. My teammate took contact here. Okay, and it's like a smokes player mid and like a sentinel or a duelist here. What is that to you? What are they doing?
They're defaulting.
Right. That's
Yeah.
what awareness, hypersensitive awareness will help you do. You can literally pinpoint what they're doing. For example, you're holding here, okay? Your teammate takes contact, right? It's one guy and it's a cipher. And then on the you're holding and you look at your minimap and your teammate sees 4 question marks. What do we have to do now?
Yeah. Just over rotate.
We just gotta book it B because that shows that there's a lurker
Yeah.
mid and they're trying to work B or execute B. So now we
Yeah,
have our
exactly.
answer. And this is what I tell all my students is that the mini map will give you solutions. I tell them all the time. You will know what to do of what you can see and pick up and process and store and whatever that information. Okay? So practice that.
Yeah.
Go around the map, any map, clear your corners. Okay? Just keep practicing head level and making sure you hold where, let's say, for example, I was walking down and I looked at my minimap for a second and this guy just walks out. I'm like, oh, and I get scared. I just left click. What happens? He's dead because I'm ready. So that's why I tell you to do both. You need to be clearing angles, always head level, and then looking, and sometimes I'll walk down. You don't know how many times I'm like looking at my minimap and I'm like, I have my crosshair perfect, and the guy just walked down. I got scared, and I just go, and he's just dead because I just left click instead of, oh fuck, and I have to just adjust on this guy for 2 seconds. You understand? So that's why I practice that. Every corner, just go, okay, look at my minimap, okay, look, stare, make sure it's like head level, okay, clear this corner, look at my minimap, like, you gotta constantly go back and forth, okay? Any more questions?
Yeah. In terms of utility usage, was it fine? Like me smoking mid?
Yeah,
and...
I think your timings of smoke are very good, but
Okay.
it's
And the
the,
decays?
yeah, decays were good. I love how you're bouncing them off walls, you're chucking them, even if you don't know, right? And that's what I
Yeah.
always tell the noob students, because, bro, they don't use it. So I'm like, bro, storing in a fucking corner is better than what you're doing, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people hear
Okay.
me say that.
So
But
just use it, right?
just use it. Sometimes it's
Yeah.
feelings, or you use tendencies and frequencies. This Reyna has played backside 5 rounds in a row. I know he's there, okay? Or like, good chance he's there. I'm gonna throw it there, and then what happens? He's fucked if we push him. I just have to shoot him 1 time, 2 times, he's dead, right? Even like just take this on right click, he's dead off the decay. You know that, right? So. You can use tendencies and frequencies with utility. Wait, they always peek heaven. This jet is perma heaven. Are we gonna not smoke this if he's played there 10 times in a row? No, automatic. Right? Wait, they never play elbow. They're always link heaven. Boom. Now we have to just smoke link in heaven and we can just take elbow. Does that make sense? That's where tendencies and frequencies come into play. It's not just for plannings and pre-round plans and stuff like that. It's everything. Utility usage, fights, aim, okay? Thought processes, planning, concept usage. It's everything. It can, like, you master tendencies and frequency, bro. Like, you're fucking map hacking, bro. Okay? That's why I always,
one more question.
Yeah, go ahead.
So the heaven smoke that
Yo,
you
what's up,
did,
guys?
is
I'm
it
gonna
better
read chat
to do
after.
it flush or like a little bit out? Like the
I
heaven
like
smoke?
to do it nice and snug,
Okay.
like that. I mean, you can make a case argument for this specific part of this map and site to keep it
Yeah.
like that, so that way he doesn't have room to, come out and then use this ledge as an advantage, right? Like, because if it's like this, he can have some room to stay up here and shoot you down, right? But so yeah, you could kind of make that argument to just keep this one more protruded. But generally, these areas, I always keep them tight, like this,
Yeah.
because that way I can just be like this, right? And I'll know. But if it's like protruding out, like, it's tough, because then I have to hold 2 angles, right? I don't know if he's gonna come left or right. So that's that, okay? But generally, I like to keep my smokes very nice and snug, where somebody can just hold it with 1 angle instead of gotta hold left and right. Okay? There are times where, yeah. But anyways, that's that. So,
Yeah.
okay. Any more questions or anything like that?
No, I think it's fine. I think the play where I was mid, and you told me to hang around mid, like I had smokes up. So do I like?
Which one? Because you were mid like 4 times.
Like,
Which round?
Yeah, I was. I think one of the times like I smoked.
Like
deep,
this one? This
like,
one? Yeah, where you killed the
so-
guy, and then yep.
Yeah.
And I told you to re-smoke
So-
here. Yep, the 3rd time. Yep.
So in
Or the
that
second map.
scenario, like, Yeah, and that's near. Is it best to just place the smoke mid, like right there again?
Yeah, that's what I said after the round. I said you might as well just re-smoke this and just permanently hold this. Right?
Okay.
Whatever. If
Okay.
you're on this side or this side, doesn't matter.
And you just hang around mid then.
Yeah,
Right.
because generally
Okay.
we smoke to control, right? To kind of
Hmm.
control and also deter them from coming in this area. I'm not saying they'll never go through that smoke, right? But
Yeah.
they're like, think about yourself. You're gonna have a good feeling going through the smoke when you know he's there. Like,
Yeah.
no. You're gonna feel
Yeah.
like shit. You're gonna know that there's a high risk. Chances of you dying are high, right?
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
but you were here. Okay, so I'll replay that. I remember it. You smoked this. Okay, I remember you got a kill. You sat here for a while. And remember how I was like, re-smoke it. But then you got knifed, so you couldn't, or whatever. You got suppressed by the ISO, so you
Sure.
couldn't. So you're like, and there was 2 seconds. You're like, yo, I can't. I was like, okay, that's fine. Just re-smoke it as soon as you can, and you did. That was perfect because why? There's people behind. There's here. We need to cut off their field of view so our teammates don't die, right? Because they're swinging, peeking, everything. And then the smoke went down. What did you say? What did you hear? Because you provided them information. What did you say?
Yeah, I heard one
Right.
towards A.
You were like,
Going
yo,
towards A.
they're going A, they're going A. And he said, how many? How many? You reconfirmed. One. We don't know where the last one is. Whatever. Okay. Then
Yeah.
you sat here and you smoked this.
No peeking.
Okay. Freeze. We know one's A main. We don't know where the other one is. And you were like, you smoked this. Like, right?
Yeah.
If I were to ask you, why did you smoke it? What would you say? Try to break that thought process down.
I wanted to walk up behind the device
Sure.
there.
Wouldn't this be a better smoke then?
Drop in a smoke.
Yeah.
Right? Because
Mhm.
if you wanted to go behind him, like he's gonna see you from there, not over here. Right?
Yeah.
But I would have
Okay.
just opted for you to play. This is the play safe option. You just re-smoke this, hold your ground. Like maybe not like this, but
Yeah. I think this is better because you just have all of control of mid.
yeah, and it's
you
just
stop.
safe. Like there's no risk
Yeah.
unless it's unfortunate where they both swing you, they come back mid and they kill you. Okay, but
Mhm.
like you can see why this is strong because your control. There's information. Can we hear them rotating through where you are, going into
Yeah.
spawn, going B or A? Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember how you came over here and you heard them too? The second
Yeah.
guy, or no, that was a different one. But
Yeah.
does that make sense?
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I
So
see what you're saying.
that's why I was like, yo, just re-smoke it. But like this smoke is just kind of silly, right? Like yes, he can kind of but he could kill you from here too. Like let's say he's
Yeah,
here.
it could be tucked.
Not even tucked, just like off angle, just like here, you're dead.
Oh, yeah.
Like right, he's not covered. So that's why you gotta think about if you feel or know he's there, you gotta fully cover him off. Or let's say you saw him here last, but he's not there anymore. You gotta think, okay, maybe he's gonna go back spawn and wrap. Maybe I can go like this, clear here, and then I have protection here, and then or you just walk by and then he might run through it and you just right. So it's like a little theory crafty at this point, right? We're just theory
Yeah.
crafting, but
But all these little
specifically,
things add up
yeah,
as
they
well,
do.
so-
Specifically though, I think this is the most optimal play, like the most safe play, less risk, and it's like really good because you have control of mid, like you said. Good thought process, right? That was a good train of thought there by you being like, yeah, well, I can just sit here and control mid. Yeah, I agree. You could just go here.
Right here.
Let's say, for example, as well, they saw you here, which they did, right? And you re-smoked it. You just walk over here. That's what I do. That's what people don't do at all. Okay. You know how you guys were trading out? They saw you. You got stuck. You re-smoked it, right? 80%. I won't say 99% because I've seen people do this too, but 85% of people will just stay in the same area, and what will they communicate to each other?
That one's probably tucked in the
Right.
corner
He's
right
like,
side.
yo,
'Cause,
he's
like, I was
close
fighting
right,
it
close
earlier.
right, close
Yeah.
right. And so when you can put yourself in their shoes by understanding how they are talking, because you know how they feel, what they're seeing, etc., you can really play that chess game there by you being like, I know I'm here stuck. I know you're calling close right. I'm gonna go
So I'm
to
gonna
your close.
reposition, yeah.
Yes. And then they come out this smoke, swinging to kill you like this, and you're
Yeah.
just like, and then you can add a hidden thing there too, where there's trigger discipline. Let's say they're retarded and they do that. Three of them swing like this, and then they don't even clear left, and you're just like, oh fuck, doom, 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 and you kill all three, right?
Or with
I'm not saying that happens a lot, but there'll be times that does happen. because you reposition. They don't expect that you moved, and they come like this, and they start walking. You don't know how many times I've done that. More than 20, 30 times. Okay, because I micro reposition. They come out, and I'm just really disciplined and patient. I let the one guy, and especially when he doesn't. Always remember, if the first guy doesn't clear him, it's best to keep letting them come through. If the first guy is swinging you, different story. You gotta have to start fighting him. And obviously, this doesn't happen in within seconds. It happens within milliseconds, right? So you gotta be that quick with your eyes to process: is he looking at me or not? Okay. So
And then
with if
stay disciplined, right?
right, because the first guy,
Yeah.
you're gonna get scared. Everybody does. Even me, when I first started practicing trigger discipline and try to get better and better and better. Like, bro, it's so nerve wracking when this guy walks by and you're like, oh fuck, he's gonna turn around at any moment. And then like two more people walk by behind him, and then sometimes I've panicked and whiffed, and then they kill me when I should have had all three. As I got better in my peak, I was able to calm my mind down and really
Mhm.
focus on the shots I need to do. That small measurement I'm making in my head. Okay, there's one in the front and there's two behind. Boom, 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 boom. Like you gotta mentally image that measurement, right? Because you're not gonna be like this, right? You're gonna be like looking at the first guy and like here, and then just pop, pop, pop. It's gotta be really quick. Okay, does that make
Okay.
sense?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so that's that. All right.
Yeah.
Any more questions?
No, I think I'm good. Yeah.
Okay. How's that? Really good games today. I think
Mhm.
you've learned a lot. Okay, not about mechanics, because at this level, mechanics doesn't matter. Okay, at this level, it's all about your mental decision making, communication skills, awareness, stuff like that. Information processing, feeding information. That's what's gonna get you to the next level of being radiant or pro. And you gotta
Okay.
always bring that back to your goal every day, right? So go watch that
Yep.
interview. You're gonna learn a lot of the mental side and also what the process is like in terms of getting to your goals. That guy was stuck. Okay, he got to Immortal when the game released, Daniel. He got to
Mhm.
Immortal in one episode, and then after one episode, he was stuck for 5 episodes. And he even said, I wasn't stuck low Immortal 1, Immortal 2. He was stuck Immortal 3, 400 RR. He couldn't hit Radiant for 5 episodes. Think about how many fucking months that is. Episode has what? Uh, how many months? 6 months? No? What is that?
Yeah.
1 year, 2 years, 2.5 years he was stuck. So, but you gotta really trust the process, focus on the right stuff, start thinking about the finer details instead of like in the beginning. And I see improvements. The second game, you started questioning. Wait, that was bad. I should have won that fight. Right? Remember on mid, you're like, I
Yeah.
should have killed him. But the first game, it
Yeah.
was like, I don't really know. Like, you couldn't be
Mhm.
critical with yourself. And that's
Yeah.
very common. Most people are foggy there because it's accountability. They don't want to be like, oh man, I fucked up. That feeling is not good because you know you messed up. And a lot
Yeah.
of people shy away from that. And that's why they're stuck or cannot improve or just terrible overall. Okay, so you
Mhm.
need to do that like I did with you, where I'm like, bro, I don't care. Just answer it. What? And then you break it down. You answered it once. Ask another question off that. Okay, if it's like this, why? Okay, maybe it's like this. And
Yeah.
then it branches to the answer, to the truth, or the most optimal objective play. Does that make sense? So
Yeah.
start working on this mind. You have a lot of potential. Okay. Also, gotta ask yourself, am I doing enough? We talked in the beginning of the session.
Yeah.
Five
Definitely
minutes
not.
a day in the range is not enough. How many DMs do you do a day? I didn't ask that
I just
question.
like one, usually
Yeah,
just one. Yeah.
not enough. Daniel did 8 a day, and he started questioning because he was stuck for so long. He was doing 10 a day, and he asked himself, "Am I doing enough?" And there was a turning point where he said, "No, there isn't." He
Mhm.
finally took accountability and said, "No, I need to do 20." And I'm gonna be honest. If you ask anybody, or most people, not even with Valorant in life, if you ask them, "Are you doing enough in your life?" What do you think their answer is gonna be? Yes?
No.
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 Only the 1% will be like, I'm doing more than I need to. Even then,
Yeah.
rich, very successful business people, sports players, Valorant, esports, they will even be like, not enough. Need to keep going. Need to get better. Even the best
Yeah.
players. Those are the characteristics that are needed to be elite pro, the 0.001%. You gotta never feel like you've got it. Never feel like you did it. It's good enough. It's always got to be a constant. And I'm sure you've heard that with, like traditional sports when they win a championship, they're like, I just want to get better. And you're just like sitting there wondering, like, you just won a championship and you want to do more? But that's the mind it takes.
Yeah.
That's the mental that will separate yourself. He even said it in the interview. That's what will separate tier 2 to tier 1. Is that specifically? Obviously, there's some other stuff too, in terms of
Yeah.
communication, decision making, processing that information, and also somewhat mechanics as well. But the mental is just as more important, right? So that's
Uh,
that. Really good job today. Really proud of you. You've come a long way, even from that first session, even though it's a long, long time ago. But you know it. I know it. You've been stuck, right?
yeah.
Let's be
Still stuck in that like low mortal, like
right.
high ascendant
Yeah. And this is
feeling.
the stuff, if you think about it, it's gonna separate you. I'm being honest. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So start focusing on this stuff, break down what you did wrong on the mistake, stuff like that. Okay, and you'll be a much better, get more aware, do
Yeah.
more. That's probably a big thing for you because you're not doing enough. Imagine if you aim train twice a day, once in the morning, play, nighttime, do another session. Do that for 2 months, get back
Yeah.
to me. You'll be radiant in fucking a month. 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
Less. You're already there. You only need 400 RR, 350 RR, you're almost there. Okay,
Yeah.
but that's the edge. It's a 3-4% edge. That's all. That's all you have to focus on. Okay, but
Mm-hmm.
don't use this as motivation. Don't feel giddy about what I'm saying. You need to lock the fuck in and be disciplined and consistent.
Yeah.
That over motivation. You shouldn't feel goosebumps and this and that. You need to lock the fuck in, take accountability,
Mm-hmm.
and tell myself every day, no excuses. And then
Okay.
once you get in
Yeah.
that habit of being, and in the beginning it's hard, but once you get in the rhythm of being consistent, disciplined, it becomes easy. Then you start doing more. Okay, 2 sessions a day now. Boom. Okay, it's hard. Still gonna keep going through it, even if I'm tired. That's what makes people elite. That's what people don't understand and are not willing to do because it's hard. Because they feel like they're tired. I can't do it. It's too hard. You gotta get rid of your feelings, right? Like David Goggins
Yeah.
says, fuck your feelings, do it. Nobody cares, work harder. That's a code as well, right? So never feel like you've done enough. You always gotta ask yourself, is it enough? And the answer will be no. Okay? So that's that. Really good
Mm.
job today. Um,
All right.
I will probably maybe do another week of free coaching. Like after this week, I will announce it so then you guys can all get another free session as well, stuff like that. But
Cool.
yeah,
Yeah.
I will let you know. But good luck on your journey and remember,
All
bro,
right.
your goal. You
Mm-hmm.
need to fucking die for this goal, not
Yeah.
literally, metaphorically.
Mm-hmm.
Like in the mind, you need to give it your all because I'm gonna be really honest. If you don't, you will end up in the same boat as me in terms of regret. This is what I
Yeah.
want. I have this passion, this fire to compete and be on the big stage, and you put all these hours in playing and training, and then the self doubt, you're like, wait, I can't do it. It's too hard. I'm not good enough. And you just quit. And then for the next 5, 10 years, you're just like, man, maybe I should have just stuck with it for a little bit more. And you start going back on thinking of what I could have done at that time instead of thinking about what you could do in that time. Do you understand? Right?
Yeah.
So don't regret your inaction, your lack of action. Put action now, even though you're a bit older than people. Okay?
Mm.
I don't think that should be a factor. I tried to go pro in this game when I was 26. I was 2 years older than you when I tried. And I don't even think that was not possible. It's just I gave up, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's what you want. And if you want it, gotta dig deep. Because if you're not gonna get it because you gave up or failed, you're gonna regret it for the rest of your life. And that's what Daniel said
Yeah.
too. He said, this is the last thing I'll say. He said, I'm the type of person where if I told myself I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it. because if I didn't, I would feel like a piece of shit. That's what he said. You'll see it in the interview when we talk at that point. He said I needed to get it done, and he did. He got a little lucky. His friend gave him a tryout on a tier 2 team because they thought he was a good player, but he was ready for that moment. He didn't show up and not ready. He VOD reviewed every day for 2.5 years while he was stuck. Aim trained 20 DMs a day. Played 10 hours a day on top of that. And he got his opportunity. It will come, but it's whether you will capitalize on that moment. Okay? So you got to kind of keep that in mind. It will come as long as you work hard, but it's whether you're ready when it comes. That's where a lot of people fuck up, me, especially in life, business, gaming, sports. There's been times opportunity comes and I'm not ready, right? And then I look back like, fuck, I should have been ready for that moment. My life would have been different, right? But so I don't want you to feel those same things I felt, or many people feel. The average person feels usually in life. Okay, but that's that. Okay, good job today. Stay
Alright, man.
on your training. Start adding progressive overload to your training. It needs to get more intense, week after week, month after month. Okay, do your DMs, play. Cut down the playing. You're playing too much. Comp.
Yeah, I play too much ranked, man.
Focus on improvement. And when you focus on improvement, the answers come. Okay, how do I improve?
Okay.
What do I need to prove? And then you'll just start doing everything necessary towards your goal. Okay, really good job, man.
Alright, man.
Good job, Salim. Take
Appreciate
care,
it.
bro. We'll definitely
Alright.
play soon. I haven't played in a while, but we used to always duo and stuff. So
Yeah.
soon. Okay. Good job, bro.
Alright.
Take care. Really good job today.
Alright. See you.
Peace.
Alright.
All right, chat. Let me read the chatters. Any questions?